Good morning, everybody. And what a busy weekend it was. What is it, Baba Booey?
It was a busy weekend.
Why?
Because I was able to book an A-caliber guest over the weekend.
Ooh.
With my assistant.
Oh, is that right? Oh.
And a little prodding from Jackie.
But who was your A-caliber guest?
Well, we don't usually pay for guests, but we did this time.
Who did you get?
Me? What are you contributing?
I think my manager contributed $1,000.
What are you talking about?
We're going to have I think this week, we're going to have Julia Roberts on the show.
Oh, good. How did you do that?
Robin paid her $12,000.
What are you talking about?
We were at a benefit for Rett syndrome on Friday.
Rett syndrome? I have that. Great. What is it?
Well, you're a girl then, because it only affects girls.
Right.
Yeah, well, I have a vagina. I didn't want to say anything.
Right.
What is Rett syndrome, seriously?
Rett syndrome is a neurological disease that affects girls, and they lose the ability to use their muscles.
I dig that.
Which
muscles?
I don't like girls who use their muscles.
Actually, it's really sad because everything's fine until they're about 18 months old.
Yeah, they're normal babies.
And then everything just dies. Everything just goes away.
Yeah.
I know tons of girls who have that.
Right.
They just seem to lay there.
After they get married.
Yeah, they develop Rett syndrome. I thought you meant after 18 years of marriage they get it. Not 18 months.
No.
Rett syndrome.
Yeah.
So you were at
their brains are fine. It's just their bodies don't work.
So you were at this Friday night?
I was at this Friday night.
Who else was there? Baba Boohai?
Baba
Jackie?
Boohai was the auctioneer.
Baba Booey. Boy, I didn't know you guys were doing this.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were doing
Harvey Leeds invited us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he's a yenta. Harvey Leeds, does he have to promote records anymore, or does he just work for charities full time?
I think he works for charities.
Right. What happened to the record business? Now all of a sudden they're like philanthropists. You know what I mean? I remember when...
After you've run around and had to deal with DJs and program directors all your life, you just feel dirty and you want to do good work.
Yeah, I remember when record guys just handed out Coke and payola. Now they're like doing good deeds for the community.
Give something back now.
Oh, they're all so boring.
That's on the back there.
Hey, I know. Instead of handing out Coke to the DJs, let's do something for Rett syndrome. Okay.
Hey, Howard, I always meant to ask you this. In your whole career,
yes,
were you ever offered anything?
No. No.
Never once?
No.
Drugs or money? Or...
Well, I was only once a program director, and I worked for such a... I was stupid. I worked for a little station. And actually, the little station that I worked for was very important to the record companies because we played all new music.
Right.
And we could add any, the thing that's valuable to record companies is when a radio station reports to Billboard magazine or Radio and Record magazine and says, we're playing the record.
Right.
And I had unlimited ability to do that. So anything...
You could have added anything.
And you know what? And I did it for them. For free. I never knew you could get payola.
You never got paid.
No, I was just like a guy would call me up and goes, can you please play my record? I'd say, look, I can't play it that much, but I'll report it. I'll report it to the trades and I'm playing
it.
it.
Not to do anything.
Yeah, so I would just add it to the playlist. I would play it, but...
You never even held out.
Yeah, so you said yes too soon.
Yeah, they were nice guys. They give me a free dinner every once in a while.
Well, you never had any, real feeling like, I don't want to play that record?
Once in a while, but I just said, why bust anyone's balls? I'll just play it. Who cares?
Somebody might have offered something if you...
I know. I was always like, well, no one listens to the station anyway, and these are nice guys. I'll play their record, sure.
Oh, well. So anyway, Julia Roberts was at this thing, and she was auctioning off a suit that her boyfriend wore and an evening gown that she wore to some...
In a movie,
was it...
No, it was to a premiere.
To a premiere.
Right.
Or an award show or something.
Yeah.
And I got caught up in the frenzy.
Oh, well, let me stop.
You got caught up in the frenzy of trying to get the dress?
Just, filling out prices, bidding.
Here's what happened, Howard.
I get crazy.
I know. This is your attempt to be Gene Siskel.
No. Oh, please. It wasn't the John Travolta suit.
I see.
See, what happened was Julia Roberts was auctioning off, and I was helping her.
Right.
And
you were helping Julia Roberts?
Helping Julia Roberts.
He was the auctioneer.
Was she dazzled by you?
She called me Baba Booey.
She did. Yeah.
So the bidding started at like $1,500, and the bidding started going up and
Baba
up.
Booey.
And
Baba Booey.
Don't ask me how, but at this charity event was Sal the stockbroker.
Oh, yeah, he's on the line.
The guy that makes fun of me all the time?
Yeah.
So he must have some money.
Really?
I don't think so. I think these were fake bids.
Because he bid...
Sal, did you have the money to back up your bids?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah,
sure.
At one point, he bid $10,000, Howard.
On what?
On this outfit.
Really? Why does everyone want Julia Roberts' outfit? From what movie?
It was for the charity. It wasn't even from
I understand that.
Everybody was caught up in the whole thing. You had to be there.
It wasn't even from a movie.
No.
And you were bidding against Sal the stockbroker?
All
She
of a sudden,
spotted
Julia Roberts sees me. I'm not even standing in the crowd. I'm trying to stay out of it.
Right.
All of a sudden, she looks across the room and says, Robin, you must have $9,000.
Oh, please.
And they weren't getting any other bids. It had stopped.
I see.
So I raised my hand hoping somebody else would get into it.
And you won.
And, yeah, but it was $12,000 later.
The funny thing, Howard, is that the bidding basically stopped at $6,000. That's where I really
Where
jacked
you
it up.
started to help.
Right.
I grabbed the microphone out of Julia Roberts' hand. And
Did he really?
Yeah.
I threatened the whole audience that if they don't start bidding, I was going to have Baba Booey breathe on them.
But how did he get on the stage?
Because he just
He
walked
just
up.
ran up.
And then at one point, Julia Roberts turns around and she says something like, "Is there something going on?"
Well, there was a second reference.
And I go, "No."
There was a second reference I made to Baba Booey's breath because once she asked for a bid for $9,000 and Robin wasn't doing it, I decided to take the bid over. I ran up to the stage again, and I kissed Julia Roberts right in the armpit.
He licked her armpit.
Oh, and wasn't he thrown out?
No. It was sort of...
Why was he taken from...
Because he was bidding.
He was bidding.
Oh.
Once you have money, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, you can even lick Julia Roberts.
She was basically letting you do whatever you wanted if you were going to make a bid.
At one point, she opened up her underwear.
Hey, speaking of...
She offered her underwear?
Yeah.
She was really trying to get that money.
Might have been on that.
The funny thing is, once I gave her a nice kiss on the armpit, it was smelly, it was wet. I looked like I was eating a pork chop without my hand. And I grabbed the microphone. I said, as bad as that armpit was, it still wasn't as bad as Baba Booey's breath.
Did he really?
Yeah, on the microphone.
Oh, my God.
So Julia, without thinking, grabs the microphone and says right over the mic, "Hey, Gary, is this okay with all these references to your breath? What's going on here?"
I said nothing.
Gary finally was a big shot next to Julia Roberts.
Sal showed up.
You must have been dying that Sal showed up.
Yeah, he totally humiliated me.
Totally humiliated. And you know what's really funny? I tell you, Howard,
Yeah.
the whole night, Jackie's stuffing his face with his wife,
Right.
ignoring everybody. He's got these sneakers on with his tuxedo, which is a 1989 gag.
Right.
Anyway, as soon
I know, Jackie always with the sneakers and the tuxedo. His
how
look.
pathetic.
Right.
Anyway,
Buy a pair of shoes.
as soon as the bidding starts,
Right.
he turns his back, he runs to the bar. He's now, "Jackie, I forgot my wallet at home," mottling.
Yeah, right. You got
Totally ignoring the whole...
Do you know, I spend $12,000. Jackie goes out and wins the raffle for a trip to Portugal.
Oh.
Portugal.
Really?
And he's selling off the
Once,
tickets on the
twice.
sidewalk.
Jackie,
what
did you
else did you win?
bid on anything?
No.
No, I hit at the bar.
The only thing
No, but I
Jackie
told
put on-
Robin to say to Julia, "I'll give you $12,000 for that if you come on the show."
Yes, that's how it wound up going to $12,000. She was still looking for more money, and all of a sudden
And you
Jackie
could tell
whispered in
she'd do
my
it.
ear,
You could tell the
"Tell
wife
her
definitely
for
got
the show you'll give her $12,000. He doesn't give me any more money.
Right.
He just says, "Go to $12,000. Tell her to do the show."
Right.
But she made it obvious. She took her shoes off. She was letting people kiss her armpit. She
And how did Julia Roberts end up at this thing?
Because she has a friend who has a daughter who has Rett syndrome, and she spent the weekend with her, and she really...
Oh, she got all moved.
She got all moved and stuff.
All right.
I tell you, Howard, a lot of people have been, downstairs on Julia Roberts at the midsection, but very few men can say that they kissed her armpit.
There you go. Thank you, Sal.
Take care.
All right, there's Sal. Sal,
I can't believe he's going to be a father soon. Ugh.
No.
I met his wife. She's lovely
Yeah.
and
Really.
expecting.
I can see where the women would dig him. They're like a big loud mouth. Makes them feel important.
But I couldn't believe... All I thought to myself was, this guy...
He's not married and he's having a kid?
He is
No,
married.
he is
Oh, he
married.
is.
I met his wife.
Oh, okay.
But I thought to myself, this guy, this goofball, has nothing to do all day but make fun of me, has $10,000?
Yeah.
I truly believe he didn't have a dime.
I don't know. You know what? He kept going up on the bid when it looked like he was going to get stuck with it.
Right.
And I was surprised because I said, he's going to get stuck for the money.
Mm.
You didn't see him every once in a while come running, "Robin, save me, Robin, save me."
He was sweating a little bit.
Right.
So anyway, Robin bid $12,000.
For if she'd come in and do the show, I'd give $12,000.
So now she's got to do the...
On the way out, I spoke to a publicist, and we're going to try to get her in this week.
Oh, good. Well, good.
That's what we did.
Now she's probably coming to her senses and like, what did I do?
Yeah, I know, because she was like, "Should I do this? Am I going to go to her? Okay."
For a measly $12,000, which, is like 10 cents to her, she gets $20 million in film. She could have just given the $12,000 and avoided the embarrassment of coming on here.
She actually matched it.
Yeah, she matched it.
Yeah, she matched it.
Wow.
She gave the same amount of money.
Look at you, high roller.
Oh, there we go.
But I like Jackie hiding at the bar.
Hey, give her 12 for the show.
Thanks.
And then when they told me he had won 2 prizes, I was like, ugh.
You want a trip to Portugal, Joke Man?
But it was a kind of funny stipulation.
What?
It's a week in Portugal. You just have to be there.
Oh, you can't get there? They don't give you airfare?
No. It's just like somebody's condo. You get to stay there for a week.
Jackie complaining.
Yeah, he's complaining about his work.
But usually you win a grand prize. You think it's going to be this incredible thing. And all
It does sound like you'd be getting a trip.
Right.
Right.
So it's basically like if you had a condo in Portugal, you said, we can stay there some week if we're not there.
Yeah, that's like when Dominic says, hey, why don't you use my condo in Puerto Rico? You're like, yeah, but how do I get there?
Tickets, right.
Yeah, right. Fly me.
But then I won again, which was crazy. She said, you know what, I'm going to raffle off my sweater.
Who said that?
Julia Roberts.
Again, Julia Roberts?
She said.
Was the whole thing Julia Roberts?
She was up there for a long time. She didn't want to get off the stage. And she called another number, and I was like, I can't believe
So you won her sweater?
Yeah, but I just went up and said, I don't want your sweater, just give me a hug. And I hugged her.
No, what Jackie said was, I'll tell you what, you don't have to give me anything, but I promise I won't say any bad things about you when you come in.
If you give me a hug.
Yeah, he was drunk. Don't trust him on that.
Oh, my God.
I had my fingers crossed.
But after she agreed to do it, she says, oh, my God, I can't believe I'm going on the Howard Stern show. I'm going to have to talk about my mother, my menstrual cycle.
Right. And worse.
She was thinking out loud.
Yeah. There's a big picture of you in the newspaper.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And, uh-oh. The whole show just came to a stop. Quickly, let me look at myself.
I had no idea.
Gary?
I spoke with Julia's publicist yesterday.
Yeah.
And she said we're going to try to do it this week. She's going to really push hard to get it done this week.
Oh, she's so busy she can't do it?
Well, her publicist had to call her and ask her for, to book the date.
Robin paid like $12,000 to get Julia Roberts on the show, which I'm glad.
You better do it.
That was nice of you. See the picture of you? The Daily News?
That's right. It's the whole page.
It's the whole page of Robin. And it says here in Mitchell Fink's column that Julia Roberts and Howard Stern together again at last. And all because the biggest bidder at Friday's benefit for the International Rett Syndrome Association turned out to be Stern's sidekick, Robin Quivers. Not only did Julia go table to table selling raffle tickets for the foundation — Rett syndrome is a neurological disorder that affects girls — she auctioned off the pink Cynthia Rowley designed gown she wore to her stepmom premiere. So you own that now?
Yes.
Do you have it in your possession?
Not yet.
When are you getting it?
I don't know.
And you don't care?
Yeah, what am I going to do?
What are you going to do with it?
I have to put it on it. I'll have to stand it up somewhere and display it.
Can I buy it from you?
How much?
All right, $30,000.
I'll give it to
They're
you.
not a penny less. Oh, wait, what is that?
The dress will be here later on this morning, but that's what it goes on.
Oh, I see.
Oh, they have a stand.
I think the stand is more valuable than the dress. And what is Robin going to do? Display that in her apartment?
Sure, I'll get a little case and put it on.
It'll be like Planet Hollywood in there. What are you going to do with this dress?
Julia Roberts' corner.
Now you're in a weird bind because you paid $12,000 for the dress.
Right.
And you can't throw it out because that's absurd.
And the tuxedo, too.
Oh, you have the tuxedo.
I have her date's tuxedo.
Why'd you put Muhammad Ali's head on it?
And OJ.
OJ.
OJ. I could make them different people.
So now you own this dress. So I'm being serious now. It must have.
We could display it in here.
All right. It must have crossed your mind though, like, oh my God, now what do? I have to maintain this thing or put it on display?
It
or
has not crossed my mind.
Never crossed
You got a lot further than I did.
Can we put it on the real doll? Class her up?
No.
What do you mean no?
You'll destroy the dress.
About her size.
But what do you care? What are you going to do?
Maybe something can be done with it.
Put Nicole Bass.
I'm sitting here eating bars waiting to get muscular. Why are they delivering it here? Robin, answer that.
No, that's just where they sent it. It's just where they're sending it.
Oh, she has no choice.
Yeah, the guy that we know that whose charity it was, he just said he's sending it over.
I hope it comes in with an armed guard.
It's a nice stand. Look at that stand. Got a nice wooden base.
That would look cool in your apartment, the stand. I'd get rid of the dress.
The dress is cute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you wear it?
No.
No.
Please.
You got a better body than Julia Roberts. You're feminine. You got...
Yes, that's why I can't wear it.
How
But,
Julia's like a size 1.
yeah, some woman...
Well, what is Robin? Size 2.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I can't squeeze into it.
Right.
But some woman came up to me and said, do you think someone could let it out? And I said, are you kidding? There's not enough material.
Let it out.
What's wrong with you?
Ain't going that far.
Let it out.
Let it out. It's not a dress anymore. It's a scarf.
Can't you tie the dress to a balloon and fly around the world? All right, here we go. So, it says here, Quivers made the winning bid of $12,000 on the proviso that Julia would appear on Stern's show. She agreed to do it. Look for it to happen Friday morning.
Oh, well, he knows more than we do.
So, Julia Roberts will be here, and I'll have to think of something to ask her.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I sure will.
I'll tell you another thing about Gary, which I forgot to mention yesterday. That gorilla had the audacity to wear jeans to this event, which I couldn't believe. I thought it was terrible. I guess they were out of monkey tuxedos that day. But here is the producer of your show, okay, this mindless bag of horse manure. He's running the whole show here, and you have Robin, the newscaster, with the mentality to get Julia Roberts on the show. I mean, Gary is the one who should be thinking this way.
Right.
And you know what's funny? When Robin put that bid in for $12,000, okay, you should have seen Jackie's teeth. They lit up like 100 flashbulbs at once.
Because he's angry that Robin has $12,000 to spread around.
No, he was so happy that Robin had the mentality to get Robin on the show, and Gary was so elated. You see the popping out of his teeth.
About 5 names in one sentence.
All right, well, thank you, Sal.
You're very, very welcome. So listen, Howard.
Yes.
If you want some real laughs, I have a picture. It's called Birth of Baba Booey. It's featured on the horsetoothjackass.com homepage.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to tickle your testicles.
I'll take a look at that.
Goodbye.
All right, bye. There is the dress Robin bought. Wow. The Julia Roberts dress. What did she wear that in?
She wore that to the premiere of Stepmom.
Completely worthless. And Robin paid $12,000, but Julia now is coming on the show.
That's what made it worth it to me.
I mean, it's a nice dress. Maybe Julia will model it for us.
Yeah, you could get that.
What's it look like from the back?
Is that her body that it's on?
It's a mannequin. I don't know if it's fashioned after her particular body. But I'm just looking at you staring at it.
I'm imagining Julia Roberts in it.
I think we were trying to figure out where you get $12,000 out of that dress.
I want to know what Julia Roberts paid for that originally.
It couldn't have been more than $1,000 or $2, right, Robin?
I have no clue. It's a designer dress. I think it was designed specifically for her.
Is that hard to design? It looks like every other dress I
know, but when you have one of these designers actually putting the schmata on you or themselves, they charge more.
What are you going to do with that, Robin? Seriously. You paid $12,000 for this schmata, as you say.
Not thought about it.
Maybe you should just keep it and display it like this in your house. Or strangle Sal with it.
Well, I'm going to try to encourage Julia to now marry a prince, so it'll be worth something. I can have Princesses Somebody's dress.
Imagine, I don't mind that you pay $12,000, but it's a worthless dress. I think at least you had something worthwhile out of it.
Like what? What could be worthwhile? There's nothing that they ever auction at a charity.
Like some guy just paid $13,000 for my fart man costume from the movie.
It's a costume.
The costume that is identifiable.
But, could he get $13,000 from somebody else? You don't know.
I think so.
Yes.
You don't know.
But you look at the fart man costume.
These things go up and down.
I'd like to see Robin have something to show for $12,000 except that pink schmata.
That mannequin looks like it's still waiting for somebody to put something on it.
I could care.
You wanted to give to charity.
I wanted to get Julia on the show, and it's going to a good cause.
Right. Well, I thank you. I think it's a great thing.
I've given that much money and gotten dinner.
I've given that much money and got nothing.
The big discussion on Sunday was, how rich is Robin?
Oh, God.
Listen, she is generous. She's not that rich.
She's just charitable.
Yeah.
You got to give a certain amount of money to charity if you're a human being. This is my feeling about charity. If you're a human being and you're doing well, you got to give a certain amount to charity. Unless you're a complete vomit, Jackie. And, even if you give 1% of your income, 1%. So what Robin did here was use it to get first of all, it was a good cause.
Absolutely.
And then she got us a guest of Julia Roberts' caliber who would never come in here because she's such a princess. God forbid she comes in here. But under the guise of a charity event, she'll come in.
Yeah.
So it was quick thinking.
Well, it was Jackie's thinking. That's
right. I guarantee you Jackie's never give $12,000 to any charity.
Jackie can think real fast with my money.
Yeah.
We made a good team.
He's like,
spend it.
You know how much I have to do to get $12,000?
A lot of shit.
Jackie, you've never given $12,000 to charity, have you?
I will
Seriously.
admit I have not. No.
Right. I didn't think so.
Not in a hunk.
And I guarantee you make as much money as Robin does. I guarantee it.
How much you want to bet on that?
I'll bet on it right now.
How much?
Anything you got?
How do you know what I make?
Okay. I have no idea what you make. I have no idea. He just said that everything he has.
Between what he has, between what he does with that stupid appearances and businesses and his salary from here, He's making good bread.
Howard, put it in a different perspective.
Right.
Minimally, Jackie, you would admit that you make at least half of it.
How come you get so upset when people go in your pocket, Howard?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I guarantee you got a lot of... No, I'm going to prove that you don't even give any money to charity.
We bandy around 100 million, 200 million.
I'm worth 200 million?
Yeah, that's what we estimate.
Who estimates that?
People on the street.
All right, I'm worth 200 million.
People on the street.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Now what do you want? Now what's your point?
I'm just telling you.
I'm worth 200 million.
So you're worth more than me.
Right. So what do you want to say about that?
Just a little bit.
So why weren't you there giving 12 grand to charity?
Well, because I wasn't there. I wasn't at that event.
Why not?
I wasn't even aware of it.
Oh, see?
And I don't go to events. But I give to charity.
Okay.
Every year I go and I make a donation to different charities. I have a list of about 15.
Oh, good. Why don't you read them?
No, I know that's the truth, Jackie. I actually do.
So what? So he keeps it private.
Well, why
So do I. I didn't know I haven't given 12 grand for a stupid dress.
Because he just asked you.
I asked you if you ever gave $12,000 to charity.
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
You've given $12,000 to one
I'm
charity.
keeping it private.
He has never done it. Don't believe it.
And I don't have Gary here to say, I know he did it.
Well,
He told me.
I happen to know he does it because I know.
How do you know?
He knows.
Oh, yeah, you do know. That's right.
Have you ever given $6,000, Jackie?
No. Jackie will go to an event where there's drinking and, like, pay money at the door.
As much as he gives.
Right.
Yeah, did you drink $250 worth of drinks the other night? Because that was a ticket to get in.
He's very cheap.
It was $200 a ticket.
And I'll tell you, Robin is generous. She's a generous woman.
Now you're making me feel silly.
No, I'm not making you feel silly. I know you're generous. She's generous to my children. She's generous to me. And she's generous to charity.
Well, I can tell you, Robin...
She's a mensch. She's a human being.
But
Jackie is an animal. He's as close to an animal as it comes. He will not give up any of the... Because in his mind, he's like, hey, I got to sell mugs,
but wait a second.
T-shirts.
Oh, shut
Howard,
up.
You're off base.
Come on. You're cheap. You come on. Admit it.
No, you're off base because Jackie did donate the other night.
What did he donate?
There was a silent auction.
Go ahead.
And he donated 4 tickets to see her at Westbury Music Fair.
All right, then I stand corrected. Jackie, I apologize. I didn't realize you gave 4 tickets to see you at Westbury Music Fair.
And we also bid on many things.
You didn't win, though.
Didn't get anything. I bought $100 worth of raffle tickets.
And you won.
Won the grand prize. I'm going to Portugal.
Well, you're not going to go, are you? Because they won't pay for your airfare.
And the last time we went to the race...
You know that he won a trip to Portugal, but there's no airfare.
I went
Seriously,
to
what kind of thing is that?
And spent $5 grand on a walk-on appearance on the Larry Sanders Show that
you never got. Yeah.
Right. You didn't get that?
You didn't get that? Just didn't give it to me.
They didn't give it to you?
Just I kept calling the show and they never returned it.
They didn't want you on.
Did they cash your check?
Of course they cashed the check.
Well, there you go.
So the answer is
5,000.
no, I've never given 6,000, but I have given 5,000.
Yeah, that's because he wants to be on the Larry Sanders Show.
Yeah.
He would have paid double that. Sammy, go ahead. Now, have you ever given money, like $5,000, with no strings attached?
Yeah.
You have?
To Scott.
Oh, that's true. You have. That was really stupid, by the way. That was really dumb.
Write that off.
Right.
That's because I didn't want to hear this crap. Hear it?
Sammy, go ahead.
Yes, Jackie Sirianni is not only is he cheap, but he doesn't give anything to charity. My niece was selling Girl Scout cookies in Bayville, and he wouldn't buy any. Even that lousy singer Nancy Sirianni wouldn't give him anything.
This sounds real.
Well, I don't know about that.
This is true.
This is true?
Let's believe it anyway.
I believe it.
He's the cheapest SOB in the planet. He sells those stupid CDs. It ruins your show. Constantly being interrupted by those goddamn
Plugs.
hack products and awful plugs.
All right. Well, thank you.
Howard, even in your movie. Remember when you had that scene where your grandmother was dying on that radio station?
Yes.
You had to interrupt for the time?
Yes.
This is even worse, because every time you have a good story, those goddamn plugs.
Right. Well, there you go, Jackie. People are resentful of the plugs.
I'll quit. I don't care.
David, what is it?
Well, I just want to figure out who's the cheapest of the Bayville bums.
Oh, no.
Who are the Bayville bums?
Well, Jackie and John. I mean, Southern John's pretty damn cheap.
No. John is the cheapest.
I don't know. I listened to this.
John's broke. I don't even know if that goes into the category cheap. Actually, I think John might be generous if he had some money.
Some money.
Right, Jackie? Would you agree?
Yes, that's true.
He only talks about being generous. Because
Thank
of the
you.
blob.
Yes, Ed.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that Pamela Anderson and Jeff Goldblum were going out now. Can you justify that rumor, maybe?
I won't even hear of it.
Because they were dates at the Oscars, I think it was, recently.
That's outrageous.
And there was a newspaper that said they were a new couple now.
It's very, very disturbing.
I only know that they say that her relationship with that surfer dude has cooled.
Oh, it has. Yeah. Thanks for wrecking my day, sir.
Oh, and also...
Take off my outfit.
What is that, Gary?
This is the guy's outfit.
But what outfit is that?
This is the Julia Roberts' boyfriend's outfit.
What is his name?
Benjamin Bratt.
Benjamin Bratt. You know, the jacket...
He wore the tuxedo to the... And Robin owns that as well?
Yes,
I own that too.
I'll be the male mannequin.
Let's see.
Get that off of Baba Booey. He's
stretching
increasing the value.
It looks good on Baba Booey.
You know what the problem is? The jacket fits great, but the pants are a 31. I couldn't dream of getting in those.
I see.
So get out of it.
Oh, it's comfortable.
He likes it.
I never wore a $6,000 jacket before.
I didn't ask you to either.
What is it? Is it velour or?
Yeah, some sort of velvet.
He's breathing on it with his hot breath.
Look at that. Well, very handsome. Well, Robin, you own 2 outfits.
Get that off, Baba Booey.
Seems like you're protective of the outfit.
It could be worth something.
It's worth nothing. Don't even worry.
You never know how much somebody might be blown up somewhere that gives them a name.
Maybe.
I can only hope.
The Howard Stern Show. Yeah. Hey now.
All right, good morning. Welcome to Friday. Big weekend ahead, I'm sure, for everyone but me. What, did you just put on some makeup? Boy, you dolled yourself up nice.
Well, when I hear bad news, I want to be all dressed up.
Right. You might need to... Well, okay, here's the story on Julia Roberts. So, as you know, Robin went to the auction. She bought the dress. Stipulation, Julia has to come on the show.
Right.
Robin paid $12,000 for a worthless dress, but she didn't care because she wanted to give to the charity and, quite frankly, was interested in getting Julia on the show.
Right.
All right. Julia, in the spirit of raising money for Rett syndrome, which is a disease that affects young female babies. Oh, young female babies. What, 18 months or so?
Yeah, that's when it starts to show up.
Yeah, they lose their muscle control. So, all right, so in the effort to raise money, Robin donated $12,000, and Julia Roberts said she'd come on. All right, so here's the story. So yesterday, I'm sitting around, picking my ass, as usual.
But you were enjoying yourself.
Yeah, well, I like to smell my fingers. My thing. That's my hobby. Okay? Yesterday, I'm sitting around pulling the underpants out of my butt. All right? Sort of like this, Rob. Let me show you. Here's where I was like, here, like I was, I was at the house.
Stand up for this?
I'm like,
you all sweaty and stuff?
Like this. Okay?
Why is that so difficult?
It's a very difficult process.
You wouldn't think it'd be that tedious.
Right. So anyway, I'm sitting around picking my butt, and the phone rings. And it's, I guess I'm just trying, I want to get this straight. I think it was my agent.
Okay.
All right. And he says, do you know what's going on with this Julia Roberts thing? I said, no, what is going on? What is the problem?
Who knew there was a thing?
Yeah, who knew there was a thing? She's coming on tomorrow. What's the big deal? I said, well, you know, whatever guest comes on, they sign a release. And what the release says is that you're coming on the show and that from, you know, you agree that we can run the show on TV.
Right.
And Julia Roberts' people, and it has nothing to do with Julia Roberts, which I know is a bunch of crap, because Julia Roberts controls her career, just like I control my career. Just like they're on the phone to me about this.
Send her out places and she doesn't know where she's going.
Yeah, believe me, this is a highly disgusting. They're like, oh, well, we can't get in touch with Julia, so this isn't coming from Julia. You know,
so why would they even bring it up?
Yeah, well, because it's bull, and I'm not an idiot. This is all about Julia. And I've met Julia a couple of times, and she certainly was very friendly to me and nice, but you know what? This is the real Julia coming through. So the publicist says, Julia Roberts will not sign the full release. You can have her on the radio, and you can show it on the E! channel once. You're not to air this on your television show on CBS. And that if you air it subsequently, that you have to contact us and get our permission. So Don said to me, my agent, do you want to have her on with that kind of ridiculously? I said, you know, this is nuts. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll name the biggest stars that we've had on this show. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Warren Beatty, whatever the hell his name is, Mariah Carey. I was just naming people off the top of my head. I said, these are people that are as big as Julia Roberts.
Certainly Arnold Schwarzenegger was coming on here when he was doing Terminator.
Right.
I said, they signed the release. I mean, how can I do a show where I have to call the artist every time and ask permission to run my own show? I said, that is the height of arrogance. You mean I can't run my show? Courtney Love, when she came on, tried to pull that, too, for a long time. And we said, no, listen, if you come on our show, we got to call you every time and make sure the show's okay with you?
I doubt if Letterman does that when he has Julia Roberts.
Letterman never does. I've been on Letterman a million times. I know he's not busy calling Julia Roberts every time he has to rerun her appearance. Yeah, so this is what people... So then I said, listen, with all due respect, call back Julia Roberts' publicist and say to her, we would love to have Julia on. I'm very anxious to have Julia on. I said, but... in all fairness, how can I run a show? I said, I know I'm not a big star like Julia, but, gee whiz, she's the only one who's ever requested this. If I do this just once, that sets a precedent.
That's right. Our floodgate is open.
Yeah, and I really am not interested. I've built a career right now where I don't really need Julia Roberts to come on. I'd love to have her on, love to, have her on the show. I'm sure the fans would get a kick out of it and everything. I said, but I'm not going to have this kind of ridiculous power play on this dumb show. This is not the move to do with my show. I said, quite frankly, we take these shows, we run them on E. We don't run them ad nauseum. We run them once or twice. I said, if I put her, I can't put her on my CBS show, and then on E, I got to call her every time? I said, I'm against that in principle, and I don't understand what you're talking about.
Why? Why? What's the big deal?
What am I going to do with the show?
Yeah, I don't understand why that would even be a stipulation.
I said, I tell you what, when Julia walks out of here, if she doesn't like the show we did together, if she's uncomfortable with it, I'm not even going to air it. What do you think of that? I'll give you my word as a person, as a human being. I said, but I can't go into this every time checking with you guys. I can't run a show like that. So Einziger relays the message back to her. She says, the publicist goes, you're putting our backs to the wall. I said, no, I'm not.
If this isn't coming from Julia, why are their backs against the wall?
Their backs are against the wall.
Who's back?
Who do you think? Back? Julia.
Right, of course.
They brought up this ridiculous... just come on the show. Stop being such a... when you're dead and buried, it's not going to make a difference. This is just being difficult. This is just trying to say, hey, I'm a big star and I'm going to push you guys around. It's a power play.
I'm, lowering myself to do this little show, so...
Yeah, so here's what you got to do.
Jerk you around.
And I don't want to be jerked around. You know what? I just don't want to be jerked around. Yeah. So anyway, then they say, well, all right, they're going to take it to her manager, who I know. I know her husband. I know Julia Roberts' manager's husband, and the manager. Manager, very nice woman, whatever. She gets on the phone with Lines. You go, you're putting our backs to the wall.
So it is Julia.
Right. So it's Julia. But we can't get in touch with Julia to talk to... okay. And I'm stupid.
I was born yesterday.
Yeah, and by the way, they can't get in touch with me about this either. So Julia Roberts' manager says, look. So she has a whole big conference. They got to talk, blah, 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 blah. They get back to us.
Much ado about nothing.
How ridiculous is this show?
I wouldn't have even wasted my time.
I know.
The moment she called.
You didn't say it.
Yeah, Roberts.
Well, they're carrying on like they're curing cancer over there.
Right, yeah.
And I'm seeing this as a big F you to me. It's a big slap in my face. Don't come on this show and then start telling me I can't air it.
My $12,000.
Right, yeah. And stealing your $12,000, which you should be reimbursed, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Well, yeah, she should pay me back.
Right. And take that dumb dress with you. So, dress is worthless. No offense.
Oh, you're not offending me. I know it's worthless.
Well, I know you've been trying to work yourself into a tizzy about the dress.
I'm not trying to work myself into a tizzy. I just didn't want anybody to cut it.
I'm
putting it away. You know what? I'm putting you away. Let's not get distracted. We're getting on people's cases.
Right, yeah. Let's band together.
Besides ourselves.
Right. So then they get back finally. Now this is now 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. All right, and I'm tired. The plot thickens. So the manager goes, all right, look, we're going to compromise here. You can have the right to show it for 2 years on E. And you have the right to show it on the CBS show, your syndicated show, for 2 years.
What a ridiculous negotiation.
Please.
I wouldn't even have bothered.
Right, well, I bothered. So I said to Scott...
If they said go away, they'd have had to do either say...
Hold it.
They're never going to have her...
Can I finish the story? I know you're making commentary. I know how you would handle it.
I just say you're wasting your time with you.
Wasting my time. Well, I got nothing better. I told you I was picking my ass. So I said to... so Einstein goes, what do you think? I said, I'll tell you what I think. And Einstein even said to me, well, you mean on the syndicated show, if we now do like compilations, that means we got to trash the whole show in 2 years if we want to rerun it.
Right.
I said, right. So, I said, look, my vote is to say, look, either they come on and give us a clean release, which means a full release, which is what we expect from everyone, because we're not going to do anything devious with this material.
Right, what can we do?
You know, but I don't want to, like 2 years from now, have someone call me and go, uh-oh, you reran this show, you didn't have permission. I said, who's going to...
sued?
Yeah, I'm being sued by Julia Roberts, and I'm a prick, and this... I said, this is a dumb little show. What are you talking about here? What can I do with this? So, come on and just do the show. Stop it. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mariah Carey didn't give me this problem. I mean, who's the biggest stars that have done this show? Warren Beatty, the biggest recluse, one of the most famous guys in Hollywood, didn't give me this kind of hassle. It's an insecure person that gives you this kind of hassle. It's an insecurity. I go on a show on Letterman, I sign a release. If I don't want to go on inside, then I don't go on. But what am I going to do? Not give the guy permission to run his own show? I'm going to control the Letterman show or the Leno show? Well, do I have that much of a problem? I said, look, if you want my vote, I say, unless she gives us a clean release, tell them to please, thank you, but no thank you. I said, call Don and clear it with him, too, because I need a sounding board. Maybe I'm being unreasonable here or in some way, but I don't see it. Call Don. Don says, this is absurd. Either they give a release or they don't. What, we're going to set a precedent? He had the same feeling I did.
He just wants to talk to her in a vacuum.
Yeah, I mean,
a show.
Yeah, we do a show. When she goes on Letterman, she doesn't carry on like this. And the agent's going, well, we never give anybody a clean release. This is standard. We always have a negotiation.
Well, then goodbye.
Yeah, so I said, Scott, said, look, let's end this because I got to go to bed. If they want to give a clean release, fine. If they don't, I don't need Julia Roberts on the show. She's a very nice woman, I'm sure, but this reeks of somebody who's terribly insecure, and I don't buy for a minute that Julia Roberts is unaware of what's going on.
Yeah, because why would they bother?
Yeah.
She just come on and do the show.
Yeah,
she doesn't know what kind of release it is.
Julia's getting $20 million a film, and she's got to sit and worry about how many times I air my show. I mean, come on. If you got to sit there and micromanage like that, give me a break. And don't come on. Be a human being or don't be. You want to do the show and in the spirit of charity?
And be an image.
Yeah. I thought it was very cool that she was coming on. And believe me, it would have been a very good interview. Best one she ever did. Trust me.
Well, I kind of figured this would happen. I said,
funny.
She'll probably never do the show, even though she's making this agreement to get the $12,000.
It's called a welcher.
Never do the show.
So they called back and they said, okay, we've never once ever found anybody to be like this. Everyone always, sort of buckles under, and so we can't come on the show. And that was the end of it. So Julia Roberts will not be here.
Good.
That's that.
We shouldn't have to do anything with our hands tied.
No, and what was I asking her to do?
We don't need her to do a show.
I wasn't licensing her image. I just, if I do an interview, you know what? And the truth of the matter is I would have used about 2.5 minutes out of it on the syndicated show, and I would have went on E like 1 or 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
They think I'm going to run it every day or something.
Like, what would that do for us?
Yeah, I'd have huge ratings every day with her. I mean, I don't even know what they're thinking, but they're messing with the wrong jackass. I'm telling you. I'm going to be relentless on this. Because I don't respect her. And I don't respect this. Oh, Julia doesn't know what's going on. Bull. Bull. I can't get in touch with her. Those two yentas talk on the phone every 2 minutes. I know about it.
As soon as they get off the phone with you, they call her.
Of course. It's ridiculous. And Julia Roberts is a welcher.
That's right.
Yep.
Like grade school, she's probably on the extension.
Yeah.
Of course. She knows what's going on. Cookie, you're on the air.
Howard, right now I'm so disgusted if this is the truth with Julia Roberts.
It is the absolute truth. I would never lie.
Well, she's certainly not going to be here. You'll be able to tell if it's the truth.
I can't believe that she would make that kind of stipulation. She holds my little niece in her arms, my brother's daughter, and acts like she is so for this cause. She has sent autographed pictures and donations, and she showed up here, and Robin made a donation in good faith, And if she comes on your show, obviously you're going to talk about the charity and something that people really don't know about. So you're going to tell them about it to all your listeners, and she's going to help us.
In fact, I'll tell you another thing, Cookie. I offered her, in fact, I said to her, by the way, we'll offer you 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes of time where you can just talk about the charity.
Did you, yeah.
You know, and by the way, I would have let her have more time if she wanted to. Seems like a good cause.
She won't do this. She is a phony and a fake now. I know that. Now I know that. And I thought she was genuine with the whole thing.
Hollywood is filled with people.
Never believe it.
Hollywood is filled with people like this.
I
was so in shock. I said, wait a second. I'm supposed to change the way I do business? I'm not asking for anything other than the right to run my own show. I got to check with Julia Roberts to run my own show? Yeah. The day that happens, I'm out of here.
Howard, stick to your guns. Don't make any kind of agreement if she's uncomfortable with the show afterwards.
Of course.
You shouldn't have to do that.
And by the way, and let me tell you something. As a gentleman, if she was unhappy with the show, okay, it would have aired on the radio. If she said to me, listen, I'm not comfortable with something, listen, it wouldn't have been any big deal. I said to them, I don't care if I run the show, but I'm not going to sit there and go into it where you control my show for the rest of my life.
Right. She's finally doing the show, should be doing a show, not to plug a movie or something.
Of course.
Stupid, but to bring attention to this charity. We need people like Julia Roberts to talk about this. This isn't well known. This isn't like AIDS. Everybody's involved with AIDS.
Right.
This is something totally different, and I can't believe she won't do it. I'm ashamed of her. She's a phony and a fake, and I'm going to write her letters. I'm going to write her people letters, and I'm sorry that you had to go through this. And Robin, I'm sorry you're out $12,000 because of her.
Well, Robin wanted to donate anyway. That wasn't the problem. But forget it, Cookie. And by the way, Cookie is a strange name. Is that your real name?
Well, they call me Cookie.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens if they call you Cookie. I mean, really, how does that happen?
It's always like a nickname.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get a nickname?
What is your real first name?
Cecilia.
Yeah, let me call you Cecilia. Really. I'd be much more comfortable with that. All right, thank you, Cecilia.
Thank you, Howard.
All right, goodbye.
Bye, Ron.
Bye-bye.
Really?
A lot more credibility.
Right. How about chicks who are named Honey? Like your real name is Honey.
A woman named Honey.
Yeah, and you're like, hey, Honey.
And as a little kid, we used to have to call her Miss Honey.
Right, because it sounded weird calling her Honey.
Yeah. Like, maybe your husband wants to call you Honey, but I don't.
Tim, hi.
Hey, how you doing, Howard?
All right, man.
I just wanted to say, you know what? I don't even think she's that good of an actress anyhow. You know, so I really don't.
Well, listen, you know, I was excited to have her on. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and deny that.
Oh, we all were. We were all looking forward to see, to hearing what you were going to say.
But when somebody puts me on and says they're coming on here and they announce it and they're caught up in something, you don't call. You know what? I am so tired in my career of being treated like a second-class citizen. Mm-hmm. Everybody treats this show like, do you know I have maybe 10 times the audience of David Letterman?
Sure.
You know I have 10 times the audience of Jay Leno?
Uh-huh.
Do you know that if you combine the revenues from this show, that it is bigger than Star Wars? That we've made more money? This Don't Be Howard Stern show has made billions for people, and they've built empires off of it. Let me tell you something. For somebody to call me, it really reeks when somebody calls me up and goes, hey, by the way, we want to control how we're going to be. I mean, why insult me like that?
Right.
I wasn't asking her for, hey, I want your...
What were we going to do to her?
I wasn't going to do anything to her. I was going to interview her and ask her a few questions, and she would have walked out of here all happy about it.
To have a good time with her and show people like she's a real human being.
And everybody would have, everywhere she would have walked today, everyone would have gone, hey, Julia, you were great, and my audience would have loved her, and it would have been great. It would have been a slam dunk. But no, she's got to be all pissy, hide behind her man. You know what? Get on the goddamn phone and call me yourself and tell me why you can't come on my show and I don't have permission to run it.
Quite frankly, at the charity, when I put in the stipulation that you have to do the show in order to do it, it heightened the whole event.
Right.
And they knew, the people were so excited because they knew this would get pressed.
Right.
And they loved it, and it was wonderful.
Right.
And I said, you know what? That made that a big event.
Of course. And then probably other people donated.
The show made it a big event. And she now craps on us. So that's fine.
Yes, and
Robin, you should sell the dress back to her.
Oh, she wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
She knows it's not worth $12,000.
She knows it's garbage.
She probably doesn't fit in it anymore anyhow, you know.
Of course not. You know, I'm not even going to say what I've heard about the way they do business over there, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to be crapped on. I'm not going to be treated like that. If Julia picked up the phone and said, hey, Howard, I have a problem or something like that, no. Right. She hides behind this wall of management. They all pretend like she doesn't know what's going on, which, by the way, let her come down here and take a lie detector test.
Yeah.
You think I'm a dummy? What? I know exactly how things like that are
The
done.
only call they would have made was to Julia to say, don't do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, and what television show do you know would sign a release saying every year, or excuse me, after 2 runs, we got to ask Julia Roberts' permission?
We're going into business with you.
Yeah. I mean,
call you on
I don't have time for that.
Hey, Howard, just imagine if you were Chuck, she disrespects you like this, you'd have to beat her ass.
No, I'm not about that. The way I beat someone's ass is I expose them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good, Ripper. Take care of her, Howard.
Oh, please, it won't ever end. It'll be relentless.
Yeah.
Wait till her next movie comes out. We trash it.
Well, don't even track. Well, never mind that. Wait till she walks through the streets. Everyone starts saying to her, hey, what's Welcher?
Yeah.
You know, come on. This is a joke.
She'll have to come in here to stop the madness.
Don't yank me around. Either you come on the show or you don't. I wasn't asking for anything. I didn't say to her, come on the show, and then I own your picture, and I'm going to use it on cereal boxes. I wasn't asking for. I said, if you're coming on my TV show, come on in good faith and do it. Stop with all the nonsense. It's just nonsense.
It's not like you can put it on video and sell it.
No, I can't. It's all ego. It's all ego. It's like, I'm going to teach this Howard Stern a lesson. That's what's behind it. Who is he? There's no lesson to be taught. I just expose the truth and let the rest happen.
I hear you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Howard.
And why don't I find this out till Thursday night?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They announced that she's coming on Friday.
Right.
And then all of a sudden on Thursday night there's a problem.
Yeah. Doug, you're on the air.
Hi. Hi.
She said don't worry.
Promoted all week.
She said don't worry about little girls with Rett syndrome. Worry about me, an adult who has feelings too. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I think that she's like so big. She thinks that she's so full of herself, and then she doesn't want to do anything. You know, she's going to back out of everything.
How old are you?
12.
12.
He's having a conversation with a 12-year-old.
I love your show. It's awesome. I started listening to it I don't know, a month ago or something like that.
Right.
Every morning before I go to school. It's really cool.
You just discovered this a month ago?
Yeah.
He's 12 years old.
Well, I had heard of it before, but then I always, before I had to go to school, really early, the bus came at 6 or something, because we were the first stop, but now that I'm sort of, get driven to school, so.
Hey, let me tell you something, kid. You're making more sense than Julia Roberts does.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never changed.
Also, you want to hear my, yesterday we were talking about Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah.
This is what I think about Rosie O'Donnell. Can I say this on the air?
I don't know what you're going to say. I hope it's not dirty words.
Well, anyway, I think, she's always talking about, the mothers and everything like that. Do you ever hear her once, mention any men or anything? I think she was a lesbian. That's what I think.
Well, listen, Doug, you're entitled to your opinion. I wouldn't know about that.
You're a very smart boy, though.
But I'll tell you something. You seem pretty astute. Thank you, Doug.
Yep. You're welcome, Howard.
That's Doug, the 12-year-old, who's pissed at Julia Roberts and Rosie O'Donnell. From the mouths of babes. Yes, Jason. Jason, you're on the air.
Okay, how are you?
Good.
I have a great suggestion. We'll raise more money for this charity than Julia could ever do. We'll have a burning of the dress.
Oh.
Ooh.
Burning of the dress.
I'll tell you what, I'll burn the goddamn dress right now.
As long as you got film rolling.
We don't need any money. Bring me that dress right now, Robin.
I don't know where it is.
Bring me the dress.
I'll give you a match.
Bring me the dress.
Bring me the goddamn Julia Roberts dress.
The only better thing would be if she was in it.
That's not right. Thank you.
No, that's not
All
right.
Right,
but we can raise plenty of money there.
All right, thank you, sir. He's right. I shouldn't do that. John, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm doing a radio show. That's what's going on.
Don't you think it might hurt, other celebrities coming on the show if you keep doing this crap?
What crap?
Julia Roberts, I don't know.
I don't care if another celebrity ever comes on here.
You don't think it's hurting it?
No.
I don't even understand what he means.
He thinks that if I do this to Julia, whatever I'm doing, she's the one who's sitting there and playing a game. I don't think she ever had any intention of doing this show.
Don't you think it might hurt other people coming on?
We've had other people we've done this to.
I'll let this be a lesson to anybody. Now, listen, I'll tell you the truth. A lot of these celebrities come on, they're very dull. And I don't know if Julia Roberts would have been interesting or dull or whatever. But if I agree to have you on my show, don't call me like some loser.
At the last minute.
Have you talked to her ever since she told you she was going to come on? Was there any problem?
No, she's all excited about coming on, but then she does something very passive-aggressive, which is to say, but by the way, the show that I'm on, you can't run it. And I'm like, well, You can't run it. What do you mean? Well, you can run it once or twice. And then it became, okay, you can run it for 2 years. And I'm like, you know what? Shut up. Just shut your big mouth. And stop blaming your agent and, oh, Julie doesn't know anything about this.
That's crap.
She knows all about it.
Shut up.
You can't, first of all, as an agent, you have to inform your client all the time about stuff like this. You can't just speak for them. There's laws about this.
And she comes with her own release, is that it?
Yeah.
And she doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah. She doesn't know anything about it. Everyone's innocent. Everyone doesn't know anything about it. No, I don't blame her agent. I don't blame her publicist. I blame her. Thank you. She's in charge of her own career. Come on. And don't treat me like I'm a douchebag. That's the one goddamn thing that burns my ass, when you treat me like a douchebag. Because you know what? I've been treated like a douchebag by the best. Believe me.
Douchebag?
I can introduce you to some people who know how to torture human beings.
Douchebag?
I work in radio. Yes, Ron.
Yeah, I just want to know if you for sure that
Anybody in our audience speak clearly?
I'm sorry. It's early, Howard.
How do you make a living talking like
You
that?
talk better later in the day?
I doubt it. Yeah.
What I'm trying to say, Howard, I'm nervous.
All right.
Every time I hear you comment on Julie Roberts, it was real nice, so I was just saying, you for sure that she don't know about this?
Yeah, I'm sure she knows about it. She knows. Let me tell you something, Ron. She knows about this. She knows exactly what was being said yesterday.
Well, if she doesn't know what her people are doing, she's going to find out.
Right. Is that the dress?
Yes.
Wow.
Let me have that dress. Here, give me this.
You're going to give me $12,000?
I'm going to the bathroom on it. Right now, Robin.
You should write a message on it and send it back.
I really appreciate how you people handle my things.
Is this your dress?
Yes, it is my dress.
Well, how can I foul
you
this
could
dress?
at least ask me
I'm
if
not
you
even
can
going
do
to.
it.
I am not going to ask you.
Well, then give me $12,000.
What is it? Yeah.
Oh, no. It's her dress. Oh,
All right, what can I cut of yours?
Oh, God.
I just cut the whole dress.
He can't even cut it. It's impervious material.
It's me, it's kryptonite.
Yeah, I cut it. Look, it's all
well,
cut.
you might as well cut it up if you're going to do that.
It's ruined.
You got a razor.
Here, give me that. Ruined.
Oh, jeez.
Here's what I think of the dress. And now I want to burn it. And I didn't even ask your permission, Robin.
That's right, Howard.
That's right. Now you have a problem with me, don't you?
That's right.
Yeah. It's not the dress. Use your head, but I do that to your dress.
What is that?
It's a fake.
Hey.
I'm like, you should have seen the look she was giving me. She was like, I don't believe he's ripping the dress. Did you see the boiling?
Oh, boy.
I didn't want.
All you have to do is ask. I would have liked to. But just to do it.
She was ready to do Lorena Bobbitt.
You know, Gary, in case...
Robin was like sitting there going, I don't believe he's ripping the dress that I own. I mean, it is my dress. I should have, what?
You got to have E. Show us a close-up of her face.
You know what? I had to confess right away because I looked at that face and I said, I don't even want to.
She was coming through that glass.
Yeah. The head was going to go through the glass.
Maybe the dress wasn't ripping, but the glass was moving.
I didn't kill him yet.
What?
You wanted the fake dress for that fake?
Yeah, I want the fake dress.
Oh, I gave you the wrong one.
Wolf, I didn't know.
That's a little joke I made.
You really wanted to.
Yes, Namina.
Hello, my darling Howard. How are you?
All right, how are you?
You know, Julia Roberts should be ashamed, especially when this thing has to do with children. They use children. This is what they are. You know,
Thank you.
She should be ashamed. I don't know. The only thing that makes her big is the money. You and her are in the same circle. This is the reason why those kids in Colorado keep shooting each other.
Of course, it's Julia Roberts.
Because a certain kids, their parents will say, oh, don't talk to this one because he's a nerd. Don't talk to this one because he's so-and-so.
That is right. No,
yeah,
you're
and
absolutely right.
It's the same way Julia's behaving. And I'm so...
In other words, David Letterman, she wouldn't do this to. Jay Leno, she wouldn't do it to. But this guy, I'm going to do it to. And that is exactly what went on in Colorado.
Yeah, and because it's Howard Stern, he's nuts, he's crazy. No, you are the best thing that ever happened to radio. You tell the truth, and you're a great father.
Who would have guessed you would make a good point?
No, I'm serious because
you are actually making a very intelligent point.
I am serious.
And I don't think you've ever done that.
People should stop using children for what they want. And Robin, don't burn the dress, because when you burn that dress, you bring yourself to the level of Julia Roberts.
Right.
Don't burn the dress. Tell her you're in a better level than her. She's
You're
not
from
that
Africa,
pretty anyway
right?
with her big mouth.
You're from Africa, right?
Yeah, and don't beat no drums.
When you were in Africa,
Oh,
let me ask you a question. I'm serious. Did you ever eat zebra?
No.
You did not?
No.
Did you see gorillas?
What?
Did you ever see gorillas?
No, you play with them. Let me tell you, those
So you
animals,
saw gorillas?
Those animals will keep to their words better than Julia Roberts.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Namina.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm not going to get started with that today.
She would have said it doesn't matter again.
Right. I like her when she's angry.
Yeah. But you can always...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Hey, Marty, how you doing? Marty's not there. Yes, Norman.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Norman.
Yes.
Yeah, I want Robin to get her $12,000 back. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's for a charity. It would look really bad if I now ask for my $12,000 back.
So
she has me in the perfect position.
Right. No, you know what?
There's no way I can get back what I promised because she didn't keep her promise.
Julia's a welcher. She's a welcher, and I'm telling you, it's like, oh, I'll come on the show, but you know what? I'll make up new rules. Yeah. Nobody comes on the show and starts
She
dictating.
didn't say, well, there'll be rules when she agreed.
She agreed to come on the show. And I was, listen, I'm not sitting there being unrealistic. I mean, I'm not sitting saying, oh, I'm going to take the tape of you and sell it on the Internet.
We can change our rules.
Yeah, I just said, listen, you can't tell me I can't run my own television show. I mean, you're not coming on the show. In other words, I'm going to sit here and have a private conversation with you?
Right.
You're going to tell me what I can and can't do? Come on. What is that? Bob, you're on the air.
Yes, hi, Howard.
Hi.
I wanted to just say a couple points. First being that I just think it was unfair of Julia Roberts to sort of raise this at the last hour.
Right.
That you were advertising her appearance on the show since I believe at least Monday.
That's correct.
And then, second of all, I think it would set a bad precedent to really cow to her needs.
Right.
Because if she would sort of like heighten her own importance at the same time.
Well, that's what this was about, using me. You know, that's what a narcissist does. They use other people to make themselves feel good. And I was being used. In other words, hey, Howard Stern, we're going to tell you when you can run your television show. I'm like, well then you're not coming on my show.
This is the start of her running everything, every media outlet that she ever appears on.
Yeah, and I'm not going to buy into that. Maybe Entertainment Tonight does. I don't know who does it. I don't know any show that does an interview with someone, then they sign on a release. They can't use it.
Right.
But then everybody...
And I got to call Julia Roberts to find out if I can run a show of mine.
You know, everybody else who ever comes and does the show is going to have a stipulation.
Listen, I've had the biggest stars in the world on this show, and none of them do this.
Down people.
Yes.
Before her.
Well, the show is
because
also...
they wouldn't sign a release.
Yeah, I mean, because this is crazy.
Well, also, Julia Roberts sort of knew what she was getting into when she agreed to, because this is a show that has run for years. On the E! Network, it's run for years.
Yeah, and believe me, and this is also Julia Roberts saying, oh, I know what they're going to do. They're going to run my show every night.
Right.
And it's like...
Like, all of a sudden, it's the Julia Roberts show.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not going to run your show every night. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I said,
all of a sudden, he's going to make millions off me. He's going to improve his ratings with me.
Now I see why that family doesn't get along. I do. I see it all.
Please.
And I know other people have told me things. I'm shocked. I am so shocked and appalled by the behavior. And the thing that pissed me off most, oh, Julia doesn't know about this. And it's like, don't treat me like I'm an imbecile.
Yeah.
But
stupid radio.
Why didn't they call you Tuesday and raise these?
I don't know.
Why did they ever agree to a date without if there was a problem?
Yeah. In other words, she books going on the Letterman show, and you're telling me David Letterman signs a release with Julia Roberts that he has to call her and find out if he can rerun his show? I doubt that. Show me a piece of paper that says that, and then I'll eat my words. I doubt it. I mean, this is a joke.
Like I said, the show's been on for years. She sort of, knew what to expect.
Yeah, but this has
nothing to do with it.
This has nothing to do with it. This has to do with her feeling like she's in control or something. I don't know. I don't know what this is. What am I going to do with this dopey show? It's absurd.
It's the most amazing thing I've ever heard of. Nobody even talks about a release until the day of the show.
I know.
Yeah, she could have raised it earlier in the week.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Howard.
All right.
Bye.
Right. Yes, Pete. Yes.
Hey.
Pete.
Yes.
What is it?
I want to know if Robin's wearing that blue suit she wears every time somebody important comes in.
Let me see.
Is she?
No.
Oh, my God. Tell her to give that blue striped suit, a break.
He carries on and says, I haven't worn it in, quite frankly.
She's wearing a black low-cut top with a
lot of cleavage, though.
A lot of cleavage. I'm staring at almost her full breast.
If you would have set it up, there would have been no problem. You let Robin do it.
I didn't set up anything. Baba Booey set that up.
Robin is no Howard Stern.
I didn't set up anything. I got her to promise to do the show.
I believe that Robin did the right thing. Thank you. What is it?
All right, now, let's all be nice. Let's all be really nice. Julia's on the phone, and Julia really didn't want to come on the air. She wanted to relay the information, to you. All right. And she's not looking for a fight. Right. She just wants to, to say that she regrets the way the whole thing turned out.
All right, that's very nice.
She wants to make a resolution.
Good. That would be nice.
To have some kind of closure.
Yeah, she doesn't want this to linger around. She's going away for 3 months to shoot a movie. And she didn't really want to come on the air. And
I like Julia. I don't have a problem.
If we don't resolve it today, it'll just be there.
All right. Okay. Julia? Hello?
Hello.
Why so cold?
No, I'm not. I'm not cold at all. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I've had better mornings. Certainly. How are you?
I like you.
Well, I like you. And quite frankly, this whole thing is not about us, apparently.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All right, I really, seriously. When you do Oprah or the Barbara Walters interview, do you sign an agreement that says you have control over when they can air it?
No. What it is basically you're just saying that when they use it, that they're going to let you know.
Oh, I'll let you know.
I mean, you always, you just sign a piece of paper. It's more about knowledge than anything else. It's them saying.
Because, I know you go on Letterman, right? And, Letterman can't call you every time he wants to make a rerun.
No, what they do is they just send you a little note saying, here's the thing, it's just a check-in. It's not.
All right, I'll do that.
And it's more just so that everybody's aware of
everything. Because, I go on shows.
Nobody could explain that to you.
But even still, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mariah Carey.
Ask for anything.
You just sign a. I'm not going to do anything weird with the show. And if you didn't even like the show, I would have thrown it out.
I just wasn't aware of what a big mess was going on last night until I got home from my sister's house.
Yeah, I finally went to bed and I just said, tell everyone to forget it. It's too much hassle.
It was becoming too much hassle. It really provided the nice sort of whimsical good feeling that this whole thing came out of.
Of course, I wanted to hold you in my arms and make you feel good about yourself. I wanted to give you some of my love. I wanted you to feel the love. Not the hate and anger that I have inside of me over a messed up childhood.
Well, anyway,
I heard you were crying this morning.
Well, it was an abrupt way to greet the day with someone calling and I said hello, and the first thing I hear is he's trashing you.
Well,
who made that call?
Who made that call?
And, well, just someone who felt I should know, I guess.
And let me tell you something. As a friend, let me tell you something. Whoever that person was who called to tell you I was trashing you, that's the person you avoid in life. Because they want to get you going.
News, yeah.
I have friends like that who are no longer my friends.
They want to nudge you.
They want to nudge you. You would have been perfectly happy sleeping through my tirade.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to apologize for the misunderstanding and to, again, thank Robin for all of your great support the other night.
So what's going to be? You're not going to come on?
Well, I'm actually leaving the country tomorrow. Sounds like I'm a fugitive.
Smart to leave that.
But
because my audience can get vicious.
And
they can really turn on you.
And I'm well.
So you're mad at me because
No, I'm not mad at anyone.
No, you might be. I can understand.
I'm not mad at anyone. I feel bad.
Me too.
Go.
I was looking so forward to having you on here.
We've been talking about it all week. We were very excited.
And we would have had a great time.
No, we would have. And I was so ready.
But, seriously.
I had an outfit picked out. I was ready.
I wasn't being unreasonable. It's just that everyone was calling me and saying, listen, listen to this. Okay, Julia, just so you know, so it's clear. First they call up and they say to me, all right, you can't run the show. You should run the show once or twice on E. You can't use it on your Saturday show. You can't run it in England. And I just said, whoa. Why are you calling me Thursday night to tell me this? I said, I've been promoting this all week. Who is anybody to tell me when I can run my show? I said, this is ridiculous. So they call back and they go, all right, you can run it for 2 years on E. And I just said, wait a second. If you give me a clean release so I have control of my own show where I run it, I don't think that's asking too much. They said it's asking too much. I said, okay, listen, let's forget it because this is absurd. That's what happened. I just said, you know, I don't want to have to check in when I can run my own show. I've never done that before. And I said, this is nuts.
So here's what's going to happen.
Okay, what's going to happen?
So Julia goes away for 3 months to shoot a movie.
Yeah.
She's got like one day where she comes back to visit her sister, but she's basically gone for 3 months. And when she comes back, we'll try to do it again.
Is that really true, Julia?
We'll try. We'll make an effort.
No, she's pissed now, I can tell.
No, I think she should try.
Julia, you're pissed, right?
I'm not pissed.
You are.
Trust me, when I'm pissed, there's no mistaking it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, why not?
What are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing sweatpants and a thermal T-shirt.
Every time I saw her, she's in her sweatpants. It's such a disappointment. I wanted to, like, box her up.
I was very dressed up the other night when I saw Robin.
Yeah, you should have been there.
Yeah, I saw a picture of that. You look good.
Thank you.
Oh, nice photo.
Anyway, I'm just, you know, I just want to say have a good weekend and that I'm sorry for this big mess. And quite frankly, it was about a whole lot of people other than us chatting. And it, you know, became this whole big mess, and that's too bad.
Should have called me personally.
Don't have your number.
We could have gotten together and discussed this.
Don't have your number. But
I can't believe they didn't call and discuss this with you.
Well, no, understand something. I had a full answering machine when I got home last night.
Right.
You know.
Where were you?
I had a work to do yesterday, and then I went shopping, and then I went to my sister's.
Where do you go shopping? Don't they hassle you when you shop?
No.
Where do you go?
I just was cruising around Soho.
And what did you buy?
A few little spring items.
A belly shirt?
No, just, you know, little dresses, casual things. Because where I'm going off to work, apparently it's already 100 degrees there, so.
Where are you going?
Somewhere in Southern California.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where it just gets as hot as it can possibly get in the summer.
Is Benjamin there with you now?
No, he's at work.
So you're alone?
Yeah.
What, are you going to marry that guy?
I don't project my thoughts too far into the future.
I don't think you're going to marry him.
I will tell you, the way she was talking about him the other night, she really seems to be in love with him, I would say.
Of course she's in love. Everyone's in love in the beginning.
They've been together for a while.
Oh, what do you call a while?
Over a year?
Gee.
In Hollywood, that's like 10 years.
10 years?
And that's dating and not living together. You don't live with him, right?
He's a wonderful person. He's a wonderful person.
I'll interview you in 2 years from now. We'll see if you say that.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you won't.
Now that's an offer I will accept.
2 years, you'll do the interview?
I'm here in 2 years.
All right, let's listen. I'll tell you what. Let's say this got out of hand. Let's say that when you come back, you're coming on the show to make good on your offer to Robin. Are we agreed?
Well, look, I'm not...
She doesn't know.
I'm being completely frank and honest. And the fact of the matter is, you know, I am not one that's inclined to oblige myself to something months and months from now.
Why?
Because what if I said that and then you devote your life to saying that I'm mean?
No. I didn't say you were mean. I've never said a bad word about you.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
Well, I don't understand the question even. What is the question?
The question is, are you willing to come in here when you get back from your movie making?
Well, I mean,
she doesn't want to be put on the spot.
Why? But she already agreed after Robin made the $12,000 pledge.
Because I think she's saying that if
doesn't that count?
If she goes to make a movie for 3 months, and then we just goof on her incessantly for 3 months, which I know you won't do, because now...
Why would we do that?
I'm not going to do that. I'll say that this was a misunderstanding.
Which it was.
Which it was. Okay, fine. And so we agree that in the future, 3 months from now or whatever...
This is what I will
All right, go ahead.
offer you.
Right.
Oh my God!
I'd sell you another dress.
Yeah, you know, come on.
I will say that when I do come home,
go ahead.
You know, and once I've sort of settled back in and unpacked my bags and what have you, that I'll call you and let you know that I'm back, and we'll see what we can figure out.
All right, are you attending a premiere in New York in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Right.
I come back for that, and I do that, and then I go back.
So come in here.
I can't come in there on my premiere day. I'll be a wreck anyway. I'm going to get up at the crack of dawn.
Yeah. So what? And you go back to sleep. How tough is that?
No.
You come in, you do the show for 20 or 25 minutes.
No, I can't do that on the premiere day. 'Cause I'm flying in for the premiere, and I can't even guarantee that I'll be in.
So you're telling me I'm going to see you when I see Jimmy Hoffa?
Oh, play nice.
No, I mean, really, when am I going to see you?
Sometime in the fall, I would guess that perhaps...
The fall?
Well, that's when I come back.
Well, I can't wait till the fall.
Well, that's when I come back.
Why don't you come in at 9 o'clock? Why don't you come in at 8:30 on the day of your premiere?
No, but, okay, I'm so trying to be reasonable, but the fact is I'm coming back for the premiere, and therefore I don't know what time of day...
The premiere of what?
The premiere of a movie.
Just one day you're coming in?
Yeah.
What movie is that?
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill?
The movie I did with
Hugh
Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Oh, Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Send him.
Send him here. How's he? Nice guy?
He's very nice. Very nice. And he's so good in this movie.
So you come in on the day of your premiere. That's what I want.
Well, I haven't even figured it out yet.
Women do what I say, you know.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
very charismatic.
Now, I've met Allison.
Yes, what about her?
She's lovely. And I don't know if she's a woman who gets bossed around.
Oh, she does. She does what I tell her. What?
How did Julia and Allison run into each other?
Because my wife went to some movie premiere,
She came to the premiere of my best friend's wedding.
and Julia was there and had a discussion with my wife, where Julia said to my wife, you know, you're very good looking. And my wife said, well, Julia, you're very good looking. And then Julia said, no, you're good looking. Am I right? Is that the discussion?
Were you at this party?
She told me about it.
No, she was lovely.
Why didn't you come in the morning after the premiere?
We had a really good time. Howard, I'm not going to make any promises because you know what? I'm a person...
No. You're a person... Are you a woman of your word? Are you a woman of your word?
I am.
Did you
That's
promise?
why I'm saying it should be enough that I say when I come home and settle back in, I will call you.
All right.
And we'll figure something out.
No, that's not good enough.
You know what, Howard?
What? What?
You know, she really was hesitant to come on the phone.
Right.
She didn't want to,
I'll be quiet, Baba Booey.
She didn't want to be painted into a corner.
No, she's not being paid. This is not such a tough discussion. She loves it. She's in love with me.
Who isn't?
You know, she is. I know she is. First time I met her, she was looking at me like she wanted to hop in the sack with me.
I saw that. I was there that time.
You were there. Am I right, Julia, or what?
I'm taking the fifth.
Okay. If I wasn't married, we'd be lovers, and you know it.
I'm standing next to Benjamin in my mind, and I'm taking...
Nah, Benjamin's nothing. So, you need a man...
Excuse me, sir.
You need a man of experience.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, please.
Retract former statement.
Come on, I've seen who you've dated. You've never had a real man like myself.
I have a real man now, thank you.
Oh, please, send him over here. I'll kick his ass. I work out with Pat Menachia.
I don't think you necessarily want to say that.
You're
Anyway.
fired up. How much coffee do you drink in the morning?
0.
Really?
Yeah, can
Right.
you imagine him with coffee?
I'm just angry.
Wow.
Hey, Julia, seriously, let's leave it like this, okay? So we part on good terms. You agree to come in here after you're done filming your movie, okay?
I'm agreeing.
Why wouldn't you? You agreed?
You agreed to come in.
Yeah,
No, I realize that. The only reason why I'm hesitating is because...
because you're mad at me.
No.
Will you let her finish the sentence?
All right.
No, here's the thing. When I finish, I want to be able to actually, for the first time in what will be almost 4 months, have control of my life. And I don't want to have already made obligations that will dictate where I have to be and when I have to be there. That's my hesitation.
I can't believe it. I swear you'll be... Why don't you be in control of your life after you do the show?
Yeah, make that the first thing.
Make that first thing. After you do the movie, and then you come on the show, you're in complete control of your life.
Because when you're here, you'll have given up total control.
Make this a part of the movie, so it's
Right.
like working.
Yeah, in other words, this is part of the movie, and then you have total control of your life.
After this obligation that you're
Right.
putting me to.
That's right. Because really, for the children with Rett syndrome, I think you owe it to them.
Half hour.
I do. For all the children who suffer from this. In the name of the children,
That,
I ask you. In the name of the children, Julie.
There are lots of ways that I can love these children.
But this is the way to really show your love. I believe.
Well, this may be a while from now, though, understand?
All right.
I'm not going to wrap the movie and get on a plane and come back here,
All right. After you're done with the movie and you get back to New York.
Would it be fair to say sometime between, say, now and Halloween?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Then I look forward to it.
But I'm just saying that I will call you up and we'll figure something out, which I'm sure we'll be able to.
That is fine.
So we're all patched up?
I am.
I've been patched all day. I'm the person that woke up with a nosebleed, apparently.
Well, sometimes I have to do that. Sometimes I have to whip you Hollywood starlets into shape. You know what it's like? You ever see the movie where they go to the island What was the name of that movie?
Swept Away.
Swept Away. Did you ever see that?
Mm-hmm. With Giancarlo Giannini.
Yeah. How about me and you in Swept Away? And I get you on the island, I bang you, I smack you around, and then you become my lover.
But I think this morning you were swept away.
I was. And look at you. You're on the phone to me. You're practically in love with me now.
Well, but now are we setting a bad example for our children that
yes.
bad behavior gets rewarded with a phone call?
Yes.
Because that was my hesitation, I have to say.
Yeah, it absolutely.
The Freud in me was hesitating to call you.
Don't hesitate to call me. You know how you feel about me. You like a strong man. You like a man who puts you in your place, who doesn't...
Well, you have to look at it from this standpoint. We felt wronged.
First of all, let me tell you something. Julia, how much did you love it when I said, don't come on the show? Nobody ever says that to you. Once I said that to you, you go wild for me.
When did you say don't come on the show?
Last night. I told your agent, don't forget it. I don't need her on the show. Isn't that beautiful?
Well, yeah, if your intention was to hurt my feelings.
Not to hurt your feelings.
You did it perfectly.
No. When they were giving me a hard time, I said, look, that's it. No negotiation. This is a silly negotiation. I got to be able to rerun my show. You got to love a strong man like that. You don't have strong men like that in your life.
I have Benjamin.
Benjamin. He'd crumble in a minute. I'm a real stand-up guy. I'm telling you, you love me. He's an actor. Actors are not sincere.
He's very sincere. Thank you for asking.
Right now he is.
Well, they'll have time on their side.
We'll see. I bet you by the time you get back here in the fall, you're single again. Guarantee it.
How much do you want to bet?
$12,000.
Listen. You know I find you very attractive. Do you know that?
I'd say put your money where your mouth is.
Whoa. I said you're very attractive. Do you know that?
You're going to bet her?
No. Not when it comes to Amore. Because she'll stay together with him just to spite me.
Funny.
She's probably already sick of him.
Not even close.
We'll see. Anyway, look. Here's what we're going to say. Let's agree that this is a silly thing. And you and I would do a great interview together. And we'll promote Rett syndrome together, hand in hand. And
that's what this is.
Of course that's what it's about. You don't think I care about that? I'm one of the most giving, loving people on the planet. So when you get back here in the fall, you come in, you'll do a little interview, and then you'll have your own life. Yeah. And you can bring your actor friend with you. I don't care if you bring him. That's not hard to commit to.
No, it's not hard to commit to. I'm just trying to establish something slightly more vague so that come Halloween you don't say...
No, I won't hold you to the exact date, but I know somewhere in that gray area you will be here with me at my side being interviewed.
My hesitation is this whole rewarding you for your bad behavior.
But you've had bad behavior.
Your people caused all this.
Your people are crazy.
I know, but people isn't me.
Well, it is. You are your people.
They represent. You hide.
I realize, and
I hide behind my people too.
But you know what? People make mistakes. It's not.
All right, but they had bad behavior. I'm telling you, Julia, they made me look foolish. They really they abused me last night. I was just trying to go to bed, and all they did was every minute, you can't run the show. I mean, it's like, hey, what am I, a piece of garbage?
Well, you're not a piece of garbage.
Of course not. I'm a wonderful person. So make it up to me and come in here. All the big stars have done the show. You don't have to feel that.
You know, Howard, that I will make all my best efforts.
All right, so you're saying that you'll be here. Is that correct?
I'm saying I'll make all my best efforts to make
No, that's not good enough for me.
To make things right, which would be to be here.
You're going to make things right when you come back from your movie.
I am going to make all my best efforts.
That means you're not coming.
It's the Freudian part of me that's finding it impossible to just cave in.
You're not caving it? Why does it have to be? I knew it was a battle with you.
Why is this a struggle?
No, the struggle is...
How about you're going to enjoy yourself?
I was mistreated this morning. And
you were not mistreated. I knew you were still mad.
Have you ever been in a situation where somebody was hurt by something they thought you did and you didn't do it?
Of course.
Then why would you blame them for reacting to something they thought was real?
Because I feel like no one took the beat and the breath to say...
We were reacting...
We don't know you.
We were reacting to your people. They told me that I had no right to run my show. I wouldn't react to that.
That's wrong.
I felt silly and humiliated.
Of course you're right.
And my whole life I felt humiliated.
Oh, God, here we go.
All right, okay, I got a little choked up.
Something here.
Now you tapped into something. I've suffered a lot of humiliation in my life. I mean, now you see me as a confident man, but there was a time in my life when I was less than confident.
I think we've all had those moments. You shouldn't.
I doubt you did. You're so beautiful that life has been easy for you, but I was not born beautiful. People rejected me. My own mother rejected me.
You were born handsome.
No. There's nothing handsome about me. I know that.
You're kind and giving nature.
And I feel like your rejection of me right now is making me feel ugly.
I'm not rejecting you.
So tell me you're going to be here and let's end this. You can make a promise.
This is not rewarding bad behavior. This is correcting a mistake.
Right.
Making good on a promise.
Making sure your people don't get out of control in their representation of you.
All right.
You going to be here?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It was the lowest that anyone...
But it was a yes.
I heard the yes.
We all heard it.
Might have been Fred.
And when you're in here, I'm going to kiss you. That's going to be your reward. Like Richard Gere kissed you in Pretty Woman.
He's bringing in a piano just for the occasion.
Now, okay.
I'm going to kiss you with my mouth open.
No.
That's a treat I don't give many women.
No.
How she agreed, don't ruin it.
I know.
He's just trying to scare her.
What are you going to wear when you come in so I can get ready?
I don't know.
Maybe I'll dress up too.
What were you going to wear today?
What were you going to wear today?
I was going to wear a nice pair of trousers and a T-shirt and, of course, my infamous favorite sweater.
Ugh. Why don't you wear a dress, because you have nice legs, and wear really high heels, and show your belly a little bit. And a nice little short.
Get scores.
How do you show your belly in a dress?
No, they have a short shirt that you wear with this skirt. That's what I
Wear
like.
whatever you want, Julia.
Okay, so...
And wear tons of perfume.
You got me confused.
You have until our paths cross to practice the kindness and restraint that I know you possess.
You would have had a great time here today. That's the sad part of all
this.
this. You would have had a wonderful interview.
Of course I know.
And my audience would have fallen in love with you.
Promising you a wonderful interview.
That's right. You'll be treated like a lady.
All right. I don't want to be attacked.
No
No.
more attack.
See, now, isn't this better? It's resolved. Now you can go away and not feel this cloud hanging over everybody.
No. Would have been better radio if...
It was hanging over us.
A feud is always better.
Feud is always better. But all right, you were smart to call in.
We are whole.
I am now telling my audience, I'm going to say something. All right, call off your attack on Julia.
Put down those posters.
Put down the posters. Julia has agreed to come on.
And it's going to be the nicest, most pleasant,
Well,
respectful, fun show
let's see what
ever
happens.
had.
We're going to have fun.
We're going to have fun, that's for sure.
And there's nothing you can't handle, so don't worry about it.
Believe me.
No, I know this, but, you know, nicer just to have fun than to handle.
Well, we'll have fun. You
Oh, please.
will have fun.
You're going to have fun. I don't want to ruin it for you, but I have some fun planned.
Oh, God, will you stop it? He has nothing planned.
Everything's done. Let's just say goodbye.
Can you wear the Pretty Woman outfit? Can you wear the outfit you wore in the opening sequence?
I bid you a happy, happy weekend.
When are you leaving?
And tomorrow morning.
You want to get together with me this afternoon? Talk about it?
No, thanks.
Just wear the outfit from the first scene in Pretty Woman.
I will wear what I see fit to wear, and I'll do my best to look very nice. All right?
I look forward to it.
Okay. Take care.
Goodbye, my darling.
Bye.
Well, all right.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Well, it took a whole day, but...
I knew she'd buckle.
Yeah, go ahead and ruin it. Now you're calling her a wimp and a fuck.
No.
That was brave.
No, you never crossed me.
And the right thing to do.
She did the right thing. I'm proud of her. Yeah, I think she will come in.
she will.
I think she will.
She will come in.
Reluctantly, but she'll
As
come
long
in.
as you guys keep your mouth shut.
Well, listen.
That's a long time away.
That's a long time away. But no, I believe she is a woman of honor, and she will come in.
Yeah.
But I hope it's a great movie.
What is it, Jay?
Hello.
Yeah.
Damage control.
What?
That's all this was damage control on her part.
Well, we have another promise on the table. We'll see if she, believe me, if she does something wrong and doesn't do what she says she's going to do, it'll be worse.
That'll be a nightmare.
Good to hear it in her voice. I mean, she was very...
Do you feel she's not sincere?
Make the call.
Do you feel she's not sincere?
Absolutely not. She's not sincere.
Well, we'll find out, won't
We
we?
shall see.
Why didn't you get her in today? I mean, she's in New York.
Wait, how long are we supposed
I got to leave.
Oh, come on. It's the weekend, for crying out loud.
I'll get her.
Oh, so we
So I should suffer?
tomorrow.
Nobody's worth that.
That suffering, this would have been the best radio because you could have got her in person and beat her up right while she was still raw.
All right, thank you.
You're a sicko.
Psycho. All right. All right. Enough of that. What else is in the news, Rob, beside me?
We're doing the news.
Yeah, I mean, what's the... Hey, you know, as long as you're doing the news, let me start out by reading you Cindy
Adams
column. Because this is another story that makes no sense.
Oh, you the Julia Roberts thing?
Okay, here's Cindy Adams. Listen to this. Julia Roberts was to do Howard Stern's show after Robin Quivers paid $12,000 for a favored Julia dress for a favored Julia charity. I understand she balked because Smarty Stern reruns tapes over and over and also over. Is she an idiot? Guests sign a release. He replays stuff into eternity, into perpetuity, into senility. No such thing as a one-shot only. No. Decades ago, I did a quick Q&A on the fly when Stuttering Irving or Blubbering Max or whatever that sidekick was camped out at the entrance of a party. My husband and I did not come off well, and Howard, of whom there's no smarter than, replays it. Long after I'm in a nursing home, it'll be replayed at the Smithsonian, and I'm sure no Julia Roberts. I don't know what that means. Before World War III started, I understand that rather than sign his release, Julia reps offered to buy back the dress. No dice, forget it. The story's completely wrong. Hey, every show has reruns. Saturday Night Live has reruns. David Letterman has reruns. I don't rerun things.
Are they still running Saturday Night Lives from the original years?
They're selling them on videotape. I'm not looking to do that with any of my guests. All I'm looking to do is be able to rerun my show. Not over and over and over again. Yes, I want the rights to do it in perpetuity. Of course I do. It's my show. I got to ask Julia Roberts for permission to run my show? That's so silly. I don't know. Am I whining too much?
Mm-hmm.
I am? All right. Then I won't bring this stuff up.
One subject a day, please.
Okay. I know, because I feel like I'm lecturing. And is Julia Roberts here yet?
Yeah, actually, if you want, we can bring Julia in right now and then talk to her for a little bit before we take a break.
Oh, we could?
Yeah, she's ready.
Well, then you got to clear out all the lesbians.
I can do that.
Don't do that.
Intimidate her.
I think you guys will freak her. She seems pretty fragile, quite frankly. Thanks, girls.
Fragile.
I'm fragile anyway.
Thank you.
Good luck on your dates. Hey, and come back and tell us everything.
Don't worry. It's going to be scary.
Yeah, make it evil. Go champagne, you know.
Saran wrap.
Yeah, saran wrap. Man.
Wow.
Follow me.
Well, this is a jam-packed show. Let me just get all that out. Julia Roberts, as you might remember, was doing on the show. Then we had a whole hassle with signing releases, but she's finally here. Wow. This is exciting. And here she comes. Wow, that really is you.
Wow.
How come you're not wearing the outfit from Pretty Woman? Julia, you look like you just flew in.
Overcoat.
Yeah, I mean, you're in an overcoat, for Christ's sake.
It's quite cold in the waiting room.
I think you should have to, I think you should have worn the outfit. Remember the Pretty Woman, the first thing you wore?
Yes.
What was the boots and the whole thing?
Yes.
You look cute. I like this.
You act as if she owns that.
Julia did a smart thing. She dressed like almost like you weren't even, like you had to rush over here. You know what I mean? Like you didn't put together a whole outfit.
Like there was a fire in the building.
No, I know women are very very calculated the way they dress.
Well, at least you are.
Because I have I have female friends who confess everything to me. They tell me
Who are
stuff.
these people?
Well, some of them are actresses and things.
And there is an art to when one goes on a date.
Thank you.
You spend 2 hours going through 15 different outfits.
I understand a date.
Right.
And then make it look like, oh, I just threw this together.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not even trying.
Right.
And like your hair is kind of messed up, but it's put together.
Oh. It's artfully tousled.
It's exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
And even the glasses are bohemian, but they're the right glasses. And even the little sweater.
Like you, because you always do the glasses thing, so I thought, it's early in the morning.
But I really can't. Are yours prescription?
No.
You see, I really can't see.
And I would rather wear sunglasses.
You could wear glasses.
No, because you want to know something? I don't look good in glasses. I'm better off with sunglasses.
I see.
Yeah, I know what I have to do.
Very calculated, because those glasses are black.
Yeah.
You can't even see anything.
And you know what else is cool? I could check people out. It's my way of being able to watch people without them seeing me.
But it's so funny because you can't see anything, and when you have to read, you literally have to take those off.
Well, I went into I was actually over at the Playboy Mansion this week. I actually went over there. And it was like a movie night there or something. So I'm walking in, and I'm wearing my sunglasses, and I'm tripping because I can't see anything. But don't you want to look cool at the Playboy Mansion? So I'd rather look good
than be able to walk.
Yeah. So I'm like, I have two people holding me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice. But, you know, I got people to do that. So what's the difference?
You're taking someone's arm.
Julia, isn't it a miracle that you're here? Well, how did this happen that you're here? I thought it was going to be 3 months.
Well,
Last I spoke to you, you were crying and upset, and now here you are.
No, I just did a little sort of schedule tweaking and put forth, I must say, a considerable amount of effort.
Yeah, because you weren't even here.
Because I wasn't here, and I just thought better to do this in an expedient way.
Get it over with.
Well, not so much get it over with, but fulfill a promise within the time that it was made, and it just seemed like a better thing to do.
I think like castor oil, you take it and you swallow it down, and you just do it. As someone who's forced to take a lot of that.
I have to say, even when the offer came up, when I said, I'll do the $12,000 if you do the show, this look came over Julia's face like, oh, my God.
Julia, why is it bad to do the show? Do you think that it's, what are people afraid of? The sex questions, is that it?
Well, I think that this is the most free-for-all kind of environment one can participate in.
You are beautiful, you know that.
Thank
you. You really are beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I'm getting a little woozy.
Now you're captivating.
I got to admit, I'm getting a little woozy.
See, you're not going to have any problem at all.
No, yeah, really, I don't even know what you would think would be the problem.
You him like a little doll.
You look really hot today.
Thank you.
You're not doing makeup, are you?
No.
Good Lord.
Doesn't have to.
You don't need
Look at the
it.
skin.
Look at the lips. God. I'm so transfixed on that. I can't wait till you break up with your new boyfriend and you ask me.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
How often do you see him? You must see him like once or twice a year.
My boyfriend?
Yeah. Well, if the two of you work.
That's why it lasts. Please. Men are so disgusting that if you see him once or twice a year, it's enough.
No, we spend quite a bit of time.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Women are satisfied with phone calls, too. Women are so weird. It's like, guys are so different.
No, we actually both really dislike the telephone.
Really?
I mean,
that's because he doesn't know how to talk to you.
No,
no offense.
No, he does. He's quite fantastic. But I think the telephone is overused now. I think the telephone is what you use to call someone to say, I want to see you at this time in this place, and then you hang it up, and then you go to that person.
What if you got involved with a man who was so mentally stimulating to you, which I'm sure you've never had?
Oh, here we go.
I have that now, but thanks for that.
I wonder.
You don't have to wonder. I've just given you knowledge.
Like you were married to Lyle Lovett. I know Lyle. And I tell you something, Lyle doesn't say 2 words.
Well, you know,
he's a bore.
But nobody can understand.
No, he's very shy.
How that whole
shy.
thing
He's fairly human. What?
How did that whole thing happen?
Lyle?
Yeah.
He's very shy, but he's really, really lovely and very funny. If you spent any amount of time with him and he was comfortable enough to actually start talking, because he is really quiet, you'd find him to be really charming.
He actually was a nice guy because I started making love to him on a couch.
Yes, and he responded.
He actually did. I don't know what was going on that couch, but like,
he still feels very close to you.
I figured the guy was going to slug me. Instead, he just started getting into it with me.
Right.
Yeah, we kissed a few times. He's good. Yeah, he's.
But that was one of those really, really short marriages.
Yeah, that's always funny to me. Yeah. How does that happen?
What?
That you have such a short marriage. I mean, how could you not know that he wasn't the right man? In other words, why rush to marry him? See, I don't get you. I mean, I do and I don't. You're kind of like a guy, because you go through men pretty quick, which I can dig. But most women don't do that. They're looking for something more. What, do you get sick of the men?
I think that's a little strongly phrased.
Do you get tired of the relationship?
No, but I think that...
I mean, Lyle Lovett has written songs longer than you're married. I mean, think about it.
Actually, untrue.
Really?
Yeah.
But with you, it's that... Is it that you're such a successful actress and so beautiful that there's such a choice of men and there's so many opportunities?
Too much diversion.
That it's hard to settle on one?
That's too simple. That's kind of the simple, obvious idea.
Is it that men make you feel good because it's somehow... see...
What are you saying? And then you're getting psychological.
Here,
All right, I'm not going to bring my analysis into it. All right, go ahead. Yeah, thank you.
I think that, we're all humans, and we all sort of evaluate and reevaluate. And I think that when you're in a relationship, the best thing that you can hope for is to be forward-moving and to learn and grow and evolve. And if people don't evolve and change together, then they evolve down separate paths.
And that's what happens all the time with you.
Well, you must be a very quick evolver.
You must be evolving at an incredible rate. I mean, seriously. Is that true?
You guys are making my life sound like a really fabulous long weekend.
No. You've had a lot of partners. There's nothing wrong with that. I say share the wealth.
Cool.
I mean, really, look at you. I would give you a ride like you wouldn't believe. I mean, you wouldn't even know what hit you.
And then you'd go, right?
You know what I like about you? Your neck. I mean, you got no fat under your chin. That's hot. You know what I mean? God. Man, that looks good. I mean, you look good.
Thank you.
God damn it.
Well, do you think that's part of it? Like all these attractive people, like they don't really actually get to know each other. They're just so taken with each other.
Robin, I have to say, at the risk of offending you, you're making at least me and your attractive people sound terribly, terribly shallow.
No,
yes.
It was a question.
I agree with that.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah,
I
like to think that.
Because you want to be her friend.
I want to be attractive. No, I'm saying attractive people are shallow.
Oh.
I think that all people do the best they can.
Right.
The opposite in judgment of that is to not allow for people to
catfight
in life.
No.
It's a catfight.
No.
Yes, it is.
I have no fight in me.
Who are your close friends? I want to get into this. I want to know everything about you.
I want to get into that circle.
Yeah. I want to know what your life is like with those parties. I was just out in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And within 2 seconds, I'm eating dinner with, David Spade and Lara Flynn Boyle. And I don't even know anybody. I mean, it's a wonderful thing out there.
David's a friend of mine. He's a really, really funny guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I want to know. He was sitting at the other end of the table.
How big was this table?
Well, we were at a place called Mr. Chow's.
Yeah.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer was like 2 tables over. She was being weird.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I said to her, hey, how you doing? She came over, she gave me a kiss, hello, and everything. We know each other. And she seemed to be on a date with this bald guy who wasn't even that hot. And I was like, hey, what are you on a date? And she goes, oh, I can't say, and ran out.
Well, you're very good at these parties, aren't you?
Yeah.
You made her nervous. She got nervous.
She did, and she ran out. I emptied the place. So you seen this place empty out. It's like I'm vermin. And I was there with Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
You know Rick.
Oh, sure.
Who looks like ZZ Top.
Haven't seen him in years.
All 3 of them.
Do you know Rick Rubin?
No.
Oh, man.
He's the record impresario.
Yeah, he's something. He drives around in a Bentley.
Oh, God.
He's a maniac.
Yeah, is he still wearing those, like, jeans or something? Those dungarees?
I don't know. We were at the pool. The Four Seasons.
Yeah.
And Rick takes off his shoes and starts giving himself a foot massage.
Himself?
Nothing uglier than a guy's foot. I don't want to see that.
He was massaging his own feet.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And I do like him. No, never mind me.
Everybody's such a character out there.
Let's get back to you. Because the audience wants to know things. All right. So this guy you're with now, you're saying that you're...
His name is Benjamin.
Benjamin. And who is he? An actor?
He's an actor.
I've never seen this guy.
Well, you don't watch TV.
What show is he on?
He's on a television show called Law and Order.
I don't watch that.
Too intellectual for you.
Yeah.
It's a great show. You'd actually like it. It has great twists and turns and...
Really?
Well, you don't know Howard's
sex and...
You
don't
know Howard's viewing tastes.
Yeah, right. Is there karate in it?
They're not high schoolers trading dates.
But sometimes you'll, write a letter to a guy if you see him on TV and you'll go out with him, right? That's what you did with the guy from Friends.
No.
That's not true?
No.
I thought that... What's his name? What's the guy's name on Friends?
I can't tell one of them from the other.
Matthew Perry.
Yeah, Matthew Perry. You wrote him a letter saying you thought he was hot.
No.
Why did you never write me a letter?
I've never written a letter to tell someone.
You didn't?
No.
How did you meet that guy?
I met him through Friends, no pun intended.
Right.
And
where, at a party?
And at a dinner party.
Where is this dinner party?
In California.
At a friend's house.
And
who's the friend? Obviously somebody famous, right?
Well, beside the point.
Why? Let's stay on topic.
No, I am staying on topic.
Whose house was it at?
Then I ended up doing
Richard
the show.
Gere?
And
Courtney Cock?
Oh, will you stop yelling names?
Charlie Sheen?
And then I ended up doing the show.
Did you ever date Charlie Sheen?
No.
You did not?
No.
Thank God, someone didn't.
But I've met Charlie Sheen, and you know what? He seemed like a really nice person.
Well, I'm sure he is.
He seemed very nice.
Yeah. All right, I just want to know if you did him. That's it. So you're saying that you were at a dinner party
with Matthew Perry.
He happened to be there.
Right, and you became, what, obsessed with him?
Obsessed?
Yeah.
That's a strong word.
No, you really went after him in a big way. When you like a man, you go after him in a big way.
No.
Is that true?
No.
You will pursue. Is that inaccurate?
I think so.
All right. Okay.
What does she have to pursue?
She does.
They're after her.
Yeah, but these guys can get a lot of broads.
Oh, please.
I have to ask a question. Who is that person, that standee behind you?
That is Nicole Best, the world's largest female bodybuilder.
Female bodybuilder. Yeah.
Female. Believe it or not. And we had her tested genetically. She's a woman. That is amazing.
From where I'm sitting, her head is like right above your
I know.
head.
We'll take that down immediately. She is the opposite of what you are. Whatever it is you are, she is the opposite. All right? She hit the genetic...
That's the spectrum. Julia's on one end.
Julia, you hit the genetic lottery, and she hit the bottom of the barrel. It's unbelievable.
She's on the other.
Right. So,
Very strong.
She's very strong. I wish I had a body like that.
I know. Nicole has a great body for a guy.
Like, whatever you have, she has none of it. Okay?
She must have something.
Like, you know how you have it? She doesn't have it.
Females.
Yes. All right, let's get back to it. So I'm using Matthew Perry as an example.
Well, okay, can I just say, here's the problem with that example. Because Matthew and I are friends, but Matthew and I had the most casual of, like, dinner dating circumstances that was turned into kind of a relationship.
No disclaimer needed.
And that's part of...
Well, see, that's the misconception.
Well, it's part of it, because...
I want to understand how to make a guy. Every guy wants to know...
If you sit across from a table from a person one time, he's suddenly become the man in your life, and you're, you know...
I want to understand something.
Yes.
Most of my audience wants it. Most of the men in my audience want to understand how to get a woman like you. That's why I ask these probing questions, and you would be doing us a service if you answered them in a forthright manner.
Would you date regular guys?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, she would?
Yeah.
When she slums it.
No.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
not,
slumming.
You guys are taking away from the individual.
Don't say you guys. He said that.
No, but
Yeah, but we worked this out ahead of time.
you're removing the equation of the individual.
All right. She slums it occasionally. If I can. All right. But for the most part, it's going to be actors and famous men.
I see. And rich guys?
And rich
Or
guys.
just famous guys?
She doesn't need rich guys. You're getting 20 mil a pitch, right?
Wow.
What's that like? Do they pay you all at once? How does it work?
Yeah, and in cash, small bills.
You can get anything you want, right?
Huge bag of money.
You can get any kind of... When you do a movie, let's say, with Mel Gibson, and he wants to get you in the movie. He's got to woo you, right?
He actually, when I did Conspiracy Theory, when they had asked me to do Conspiracy Theory, I was doing a picture and didn't want to go straight into another movie. So I said, you guys are starting in like 2 weeks. I need to go home and take a nap and...
Relax a little, live life, yeah.
And they were quite determined, and so Mel and Richard Donner, our director, and Joel Silver, our producer, came to New York.
Flew to New York.
Flew to New York.
Where you were,
Where
yes.
I was, and they invited me to come over and just sit and like talk to them about the project. They just wanted to sort of tell me how...
Where do you sit and talk to them? Where do you go?
We went, I met them at the Sherry Netherlands Hotel.
You were in a hotel room with Mel Gibson and Richard Donner.
And Joel Silver.
And Joel Silver. And they sit there, and how do they convince you to do a movie that you don't even want to do?
Well, I really liked the script, and they knew that. So they knew that they kind of had me between a rock and a hard place, because it was really just time-wise was my hesitation. And I thought we were going to sit and maybe have a cup of tea and a nice chat, and I was there for all of maybe 10 seconds. And do you know Joel Silver? Have you ever met him?
I don't know anyone.
I was there all of 10 seconds when he said, "Are you going to do the movie? You want to do it?"
Right. Very pushy. What is,
And suddenly I realized...
You know those people.
They really wanted...
What people are you talking about?
I was expecting a conversation, and they
I don't know Joel Silver. I know John Stamos. Okay? All right, yeah, go ahead. I'm at that level.
Well, no, they were just really funny, and I realized this was going to be a question-answer period more than a conversation period.
Right.
And I told them my concerns about time and the things that I had already planned for my life that would coincide. And
so at what point did they say, okay, let's put some zeros on the check?
No. It wasn't about money. It was about time. And so basically...
Well, that is money.
They worked around your time schedule?
They made some concessions because I had already...
Do they ask you about the Lyle Lovett marriage? I think everywhere she goes they get that.
How did that
That's going to be a constant, you know what I mean?
Most people have let that go.
They have? I'm looking at my computer. Everyone on the phone wants to know about that. Yeah.
And so there was one particular trip that I had already planned with friends of mine.
Right. Where were you going to go?
2 weeks to the Bahamas.
Oh, who were the friends?
Well, it was
Susan Sarandon?
It was Susan's birthday.
Oh, please.
It was Susan's birthday. It was a big birthday party.
And where did they go?
Miss, to the Bahamas.
Good Lord.
And so I didn't. Anyway, so I talked to them about that, and they were really great about it, and said, that they could shuffle the schedule around for me.
Right.
And finally, we had this long talk, and I said, well, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And as soon as I said...
No. You had a long talk, and how much money did they have to throw on the table?
We never discussed money. It was all about time.
You were paid what for that film? It's public knowledge. Go ahead, brag. What was it?
I don't know.
I think it was $16 million.
Okay. I have no idea. I have no idea.
$16 million.
But wait, here's the best part of the story.
I'd marry you in a minute.
So I say that I'll make the movie with them.
Yes.
And Joel sort of runs off and opens his door and sticks his head in this door and then comes back out and said, you said yes, right? I said, yes. You're going to do it, right? I said, yes. And like a band came out of this adjoining room and played a victory song. And it was,
oh, my God.
It was so exciting.
Really?
Yeah.
What a life you must have.
It was really, really nice.
So it's hard for a man to win you over because look at the excitement in your life.
Bands to me.
People, I would have to bring a band in order to date you. You know what I mean?
Oh, my goodness. She's used to, heavy-duty wooing.
Yeah, I mean, that's heavy.
No, it was really nice. It was really exciting.
All right, wait a second. So you date all kinds of guys. What, and what was this? You were dating some monk or something? An old guy, like actually, a 41-year-old guy?
No. And in fact, I'm kind of surprised you brought that up, but glad in a way, because this is how...
Rumors.
Well, it's kind of worse than rumors, because the man that you're speaking of has been one of my closest friends.
He's a spiritual guide or something?
About 10 years.
Right.
And a very good friend, and like my brother, a really, really close confidant.
Right.
And for some reason, out of thin air, out of vapor, came this rumor that we've been dating off and on.
So you haven't been?
Ever.
Ever.
And not only is he like my brother, so it's kind of like, ooh, what?
Right.
Don't say that we're dating.
Right.
He felt really bad, and he also has gone out with a really good friend of mine for a long time, so it was a really bizarre...
so you're not having sex with him? Oh, how boring. But you pay for his university fees or something like that?
You know what? He's a very good friend of mine.
Be a friend of mine. Pay for some stuff.
We don't go out. We never have. And it's unfortunate that somebody who... has a life that's very private and anonymous, which he does, has had to be dragged into this bizarre thing.
Well, that's too bad. All right, wait a second. So what you're telling me is that you have a circle of friends, close friends, that you'll even pay for once in a while, like if they need some money, right?
No, that's not.
Do people hit you up for money all the time?
No.
Because you're worth, what, $80 to $100 million? I would guess.
People do not hit me up for money.
How much are you worth?
I don't know.
I hear you're very generous. That's what I've heard. I heard, like, you'll buy people stuff, like, drop of a hat. Is that true?
Generosity isn't just about buying people
stuff. Oh, yes, it is. For me, it is.
But
he's very cheap.
I'm very cheap that way. I don't buy anybody anything.
He doesn't understand.
Right. By the way, Lyle...
You're not cheap.
No, not at all. I'm very generous. Lyle Lovett is on the phone. He wants to know what happened. Did you break up with him or did he break up with you?
It was... this is going to be the answer that you hate, but it was a mutual kind of assessment.
And when you first met him, you said, I'm not attracted to this guy physically, right? I would assume. She's gone out with some very pretty guys.
So how did Lyle get
Lyle's a great guy.
No, but you were not into him at first, right? Your love grew for him. Is that correct?
I was not unattracted to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then I must be like Cary Grant compared to him. I mean, geez, I'm a mess.
You're GQ.
So you could love me is what you're saying. It would not be unthinkable for you to love me. Is that true?
It's not unthinkable for all of us to love one another.
Really?
But my heart belongs to Benjamin.
For now. That will end.
Is this it?
Just keep saying that. It's not going to make it any more true.
No, I know it will.
Is it, Julia? Is this the one?
No.
Excuse me, Julia.
Is this the one? Is it?
I possess the knowledge that belongs to Benjamin and myself.
Listen, Julia thought Lyle was the love of her life.
No, she didn't.
She did. She married him.
Have.
You did. When you married him, you weren't doing it as a goof.
Frenzy.
How is Benjamin different than Lyle? There is no difference.
Oh.
No, I'm saying
completely different.
But when you got into the relationship,
at least he knows
and
this
also,
guy.
but no, the thing is,
Why did you have to...
You're really treading thin ice over there, lady.
Why did you have to marry Lyle? Like, why couldn't you just be his girlfriend? Why did you have to marry him?
Because it seemed like the next progressive step of our relationship. However, I will say this.
Right.
That when I met Benjamin, I'm a grown-up person who's really, really sure of what it is that I want and what I'm looking for.
You were young back then, is what you're saying.
I was younger.
Right.
But, and I think that now I'm a person who not only knows what I want, I'm able to express myself as opposed to...
All right, let me ask you this then.
Yes.
So what's the best sex you ever had? Was it with Benjamin? Is that what makes you think he's different from all the rest?
There's a lot of reasons why I think he's different and more evolved and just raises the quality of my life.
Yeah, I think Lovett's got to be the guy to go for sexually because he's got to work harder.
You think?
Yeah. I'm saying he's going to do everything to win a woman over. So I think you mistook physical pleasure for love. Go ahead, articulate on that. Expand on that.
I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I don't regret any of them, certainly.
Smartest thing you ever did was not marry Kiefer Sutherland, whatever his name is. Kiefer?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah. Right? True or false?
I think it was a positive choice.
Of course it was.
You know what? I had forgotten all about that one.
I ran into him at the Four Seasons once.
Yeah, you two looked at each
We
other.
looked at each other and we laughed. And that was the end of it. And then I walked right by him. I started laughing, he started laughing. I don't know why exactly. Yeah. It was just funny. And that's enough interaction for me with celebrities, quite frankly. I've had all that.
Unless it's
So, why does it have to be an actor you're with, though? Why can't it just be some guy?
We don't know of any regular guys that you dated.
Right.
Well, because people don't report on that. Plus the fact, don't kid yourself in thinking that you know everything that's going on in my life.
Oh, we don't.
Believe me, I do. You ever? I know more than you think.
Look.
Have you ever had sex with a black man?
I'm not going to answer sexual questions.
That's a yes. That is a yes. I believe it is.
Very cagey on that.
That's very erotic.
I appreciate the applause.
That's very erotic, you with a black
Very
guy.
cagey on that one.
I forget how beautiful you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have lovely parents.
Oh, I bet you do. When you date a guy... Well, by the way, what about this picture I saw in the newspaper with your hair? You had hairy armpits. You do not shave.
Hairy armpits?
Yeah, listen to this. What paper was this in? Over the weekend I saw it. In the New York Post, they had a picture of you. You were not shaving under your arms. Mm-hmm. And everyone was making a big deal about that.
Yeah, you'd think it was like chinchilla that I had under there. The way people responded.
The biggest turnoff to me is when a woman doesn't shave under her arms. Honestly.
She drew it for the show.
It's a challenge to love a woman with hairy armpits. It is. And I don't know why. And maybe that's sexist or something, but I just can't get into it.
I've said to you before, if it was a desert island and all razors were lost...
I'd chew the hair off. I would chew it off. I really would. I'd invent something. I'd take a coconut and make a comb that would rip the hair out of there.
You need the professor from Gilligan's Island. He can make anything.
It always looks... Whenever I see a woman, it looks like a woman has a man in a headlock. There's something like that. Why are you not shaving under your arms? Please
articulate. Is that for a role?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I do.
What's going on?
I do for work and whatever, but it's just something that on a day-to-day basis I don't even think about.
Right now, if you were to lift your arm, you're saying there's a lot of hair under there.
It just hurts. At the idea of
is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Interesting. I can't believe it. Does Benjamin curse at you for doing that? He knows better.
No.
Is it because you have to do something to hold men back? Is that the way of you turning them off? Because you're incredibly attractive.
With an armpit?
What do your feet look like? Do you have pretty feet?
I do have kind of nice feet.
Do you really? So there's nothing ugly on you? I'm asking you. If I was to undress you, would I find any deformity?
What is your thing that you think is not...
Yeah, what is your worst feature?
Like I'm going to go spewing that because then everybody fixates on that one thing.
No, you're happy with your breasts, right? I can see you got some cans. No, I really do. Yeah. You're beautiful. What are you, B?
Yes. Yeah. I've never even heard that term.
Oh, please.
Cans.
Come on. Where'd you grow up? Where did you grow up?
In Georgia.
In Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I don't know about it. Georgia.
Yeah, where is that?
Yeah, who knows? So, you're a B cup. Have you ever been tempted to increase the size of your breast?
No.
No, you will not.
No.
And what about when you lie on your back? Do your breasts get wrinkly, or are they still firm and young? I would assume they're firm and young. I picture perfect breasts, but I don't know. I mean,
all I can think about is my mama getting ready for work right now, thinking,
"What on earth?" Yes.
Are you great in bed? I want to know.
I don't think that's a question for me to answer.
You do everything.
Golly.
Who can we call to find out?
Oh, golly.
Lyle said you were all right.
Oh,
he's here.
never spoken.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's take some phone calls. You know who thinks Julia's hot is KC.
Of course he does. Oh, this
Finally.
is the woman he would
You
find.
finally found a woman.
Somebody who wouldn't even look at him.
What a douchebag. All right, let's go to... You want to take some phone calls?
Sure.
All right.
Why not?
Here is Sal.
Julia?
Yes.
Morning.
Good morning. Julia, I just want to thank you for allowing me to kiss something hot, wet,
oh, geez,
smelly, and hairy on your body.
What was that?
You know what? You actually said some things that I thought were slightly...
This guy's a lunatic.
undignified.
Yeah.
He is an undignified guy.
This is Sal, the stockbroker. Sal, aren't you up on charges?
Of course. I'm telling you, I'm up on cloud 9 after kissing that smelly armpit.
Oh, get out of here, Sal.
You have such a charming way to
And I'll tell you, Julia, I haven't brushed my teeth since that day, and my breath still doesn't smell bad as that horseshoe jackass's Gary.
All right, thank you, Sal.
Bye,
Very
Sal.
What were you doing at a celebrity auction with Sal, the stockbroker?
Well, nobody knew Sal was
No,
coming.
it was an auction for Rett syndrome.
Right.
Which a friend of my family, of my sister and I, our friend Abigail, who I have a picture of. Do you want to see her?
Yes, I don't even understand what Rett syndrome is.
I don't think anybody does.
When a female child becomes 16 months old, they lose all muscle control?
No, what it is that a child with Rett syndrome, can you see her?
Let me see. Yes, very beautiful.
Isn't she sweet?
Yes, very sweet.
That's Abigail.
I was a beautiful child as well.
And here's Abigail with my sister.
Oh, very beautiful.
What it is, what you're talking about there is the fact that a girl with Rett syndrome can actually develop quite normally up to 6 to 18 months.
Right.
And it's somewhere within that time frame
that all hell breaks loose.
Development stops or starts to recess.
And they lose muscle control.
It's a neurological disorder. They lose muscle control. About 50% have a slight chance of being able to walk at some point, but even if they are able to walk, a lot of times that then regresses as well. And part of the problem is that this is really frequently misdiagnosed as autism or cerebral palsy.
Right.
And they don't know what the mutation is that creates it. That's part of the problem in treating it. And it was actually only discovered by a woman, a doctor whose name was Dr. Rett, in like 1965.
So that's what you were doing. You were trying to raise money for this.
Yes.
And did you raise a lot of money?
We did, yeah. It was a really successful evening.
I like that.
Yeah.
Take some more phone calls. So if somebody wanted to contribute, what would they do? They'd call. Who would they call?
Well, I think that you guys have the phone number.
Oh, okay, here it is, 1-800-818-RETT, or on the web it's rettsyndrome.org. That's RETTSYNDROME.org. Yeah, go ahead, DK1.
What's up, Howard?
Hey, man. Yo, what's up? Brooklyn, top of the food chain.
Right.
That's right, my brother.
Julie's a great girl and all.
Julia is a great girl.
Thank you.
Well, can you explain that night in Hog and Heifers when she was acting crazy?
What about in Hogs and Heifers? You took your bra off and became topless at Hogs and Heifers?
No, I wasn't topless.
What did you do?
No, I was there, and I guess it's a tradition there that one leaves their bra behind when they leave.
Right.
And so I took it off under my shirt, pulled it out the old sleeve maneuver, and threw it on top of what is a huge pile of bras that they have there, which they actually auction off for breast cancer research.
That seems kind of wild for you. You seem very serious.
It was.
You're a very serious girl, aren't you? Are you fun? Do you ever smoke some weed and get loose?
I think I'm fun.
Do you smoke a little weed or you don't?
No, I don't.
You never smoke weed?
But thanks for asking.
Have you ever smoked weed?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah. But
Why
it
did
made
you
me go
stop?
immediately to sleep.
It did. Made you paranoid?
No.
No.
Just tired.
Ever do lewds?
No. But anyway, so I left my bra there.
Ever try coke?
And everybody said no.
You've never done coke? You're never curious to try coke?
No.
Seriously?
Drugs really don't interest me, if you want to know the truth.
You like to drink?
Occasionally.
Because I would like to see you have a little fun.
No, well, I do have fun.
Right.
You don't need drugs
Look
to have
who's
fun.
talking.
I do have
Mr.
fun.
Happiness.
Ever smoke hash? Well, I'm not happy, but she could be happy. You ever do hash?
No.
No. White crosses?
Hash. What is that?
Meth?
What's the difference between hash and marijuana?
It's hash a little stronger.
No.
So I don't know.
Just curious.
Right.
Anyway, but to answer this man's question, so I left my bra there, and for some reason, instead of just the fact that I was out having fun and dancing and had left my bra behind at Hogs and Heifers, it turned into that I had attacked a woman on the bar and started making out with her.
Have you ever kissed a girl?
No.
You've never kissed another woman?
No.
You never want to make love to a woman?
No.
You don't want to try?
And is this a bane of your existence that these stories
it just develop? It never ceases to fascinate me that whatever you do, that me, a person who I don't even go out that much.
Look how beautiful you were.
I go to a bar.
Look at your side view. It's better than your front.
And, dance around a little bit, have fun, leave my bra behind, and that's not enough?
Yeah.
So,
look at your face.
That was talking.
I would like really worship you. Good Lord,
You'd probably be a nuisance.
I would.
You're
I'd pest
really
you.
good for the old confidence first thing in the morning.
You don't even know. You don't know the half of it.
You would be a nuisance. She'd have to get rid of
No.
you.
You see, she's an actress. She needs a guy to tell her how
You think she's
beautiful.
high maintenance?
No, I just think she needs a guy to tell her how beautiful she is.
That's high maintenance.
I think while she has sex, she needs a guy to remind her of that.
Not necessarily high maintenance.
Yes, it is.
Compliment.
Talk to guys.
Let me ask you something.
They do not want to have to tell you that every time.
Would you mind if
That's
I...
what they've told you.
Would you mind if I took my pants off during the interview? I'm serious.
Well, you're sitting behind the desk.
Yeah, you don't care, do you? Let me just unzip my zipper.
You can tell her you're pantless now.
I have no pants on. They're off already. I took them off during the interview. No, you look very attractive today.
Thank
Are you wearing underwear?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
You wear what, thong?
I do.
That's hot. Now that's hot. She's got to Susan Sarandon who probably says, don't wear a thong.
Why do you know what? Susan Sarandon is wild.
Oh, I don't think so.
I think she's wild.
No, I think she's all politically correct.
No.
No fun over there. I'm all wrong.
You have her.
What does she do that's so
great fun?
What is fun? What do you and Susan Sarandon do that's so much fun? Read books together? I mean, honestly.
We have a quilting bee.
No, what do you guys do that's fun? Tell me what's fun. Scrabble?
No, we don't.
Charades.
No, but she's just a fun person to be around.
What?
She's
What does she do?
a great storyteller.
Oh.
She has great energy. I just think she's super fun to be
And who are your close friends? When you go down to the Bahamas, it's Susan Sarandon. Who else?
is there?
That a husband of hers?
Tim, who's a friend of mine who I've known for a really long time.
And they're not married yet.
They're not married.
Right.
But it was Susan's birthday party, and that
Who was
Tim
there?
had orchestrated. And actually, a lot of the people that were there, I
Who was there?
didn't know.
Jack Nicholson?
No.
Are you friends with him?
I've met him.
But you're not friends with him. Who are your close friends? I mean, famous friends that we would know.
I don't.
Rod Stewart?
I don't have that many.
Rod
friends.
Stewart.
I don't know. Who is your famous friends? I mean, who are your famous friends? Steve Rossi? Who?
Where do you pull out these names? Do you have a bag over
I'm thinking about people I know. Now, for example, I know John Stamos.
Do you know John Stamos?
And boy, can he talk your ear off.
I don't have that many famous friends that I see like all the
There
time.
are famous friends, but Susan Sarandon being one of them. But who is some of the... Richard Gere is a friend of yours, right?
And Aidan Quinn, Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson is a friend?
Denzel Washington. But these...
Does Liam Neeson's wife, Natasha Richardson, get jealous
lovely.
when you are friends with Liam? Do you call Liam sometimes?
Occasionally I'll call the two of them and invite them over to the house for dinner, or I just saw them a couple of...
Where is your house? Give your address so people can go visit you. You know, Liam Neeson has a large penis.
Wow. Actually, I was going to say this before, it would seem like I'm ignoring you. However...
Right. Was he a lover of yours, Liam?
When I saw Liam and Natasha the other night, we had gone to the premiere of Aiden's new movie, which I must say something about, only because it's a small movie that if people don't know...
No one's going to go see. Right.
And it's so fantastic, and it's called This Is My Father.
Does it have karate in it?
It's
You
no
won't be
karate.
seeing it.
No karate? Then I won't be seeing it. Tell Aiden I'll see it on video.
It really is beautiful.
I love karate. I love karate, and I love action.
Every once in a while you get into a sensitive film. Maybe this will be one of
On
them.
the plane, I watched a sensitive film.
What was that?
I almost vomited. It was some message in a bottle.
Oh, that one.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I told you I had to watch that.
Bruce Lee I love. Bruce Lee was the best. Yeah. You know what would be a fun night? Like if I come over to your place, we drink a little wine, I make you dinner, and then we get in bed and watch Bruce Lee movies. What do you think?
I love Bruce Lee movies.
Can I say something? I love you. I'm in love with you. What am I supposed to do? What do I do that I love you?
What are you planning to do now?
What am I supposed to do that I'm in love with you? Am I supposed to not act on it, or what am I supposed to do? What should I do? You tell me. You're the expert.
Julia, you have ruined his life.
You don't know what I would do to you. When I love someone, it's awesome. Your head would spin.
Do you know who I would think that you would fall in love with? And I don't know her name, but I saw her in one of those movies, and she's this great kung fu
Jenna Jameson.
She has the long braids that she has the weapons at the end of.
Yeah.
And she flips around the
That's
braids.
what I need.
Who is that?
I need a woman who can beat me up.
Knock everybody down. She's fantastic.
Your boyfriend is one of the 50 most beautiful people
Isn't that true?
This week's People magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Isn't that something?
He's very handsome.
Yeah, so.
And he's incredibly, incredibly kind.
He doesn't even know how to talk to her on the phone.
Oh.
Rob, go ahead.
He prefers
Howard.
person.
Yes.
I got to tell you, man, you've been a staple in my morning routine since I was about 15. I'm 25 now.
Thank you.
But listen, Julia, you've got to be one of the most beautiful women on the planet. That one scene in Pretty Woman where you're in the tub with Richard Gere.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's before he bangs her, right?
Oh yeah, before he bang. Oh no,
So did he bang you by the tub? I forget. Julia, what is it? Has he banged you already?
Which tub scene? The one where he's in there with her?
Yeah, where he's in there with her, where he goes.
Yeah, I want to do that with you.
Where she says to him, I have 44-inch legs, and that means you have 18 inches of therapy wrapped up.
Right.
Oh my God.
Hey, why can't I do that with you? Why can't we just do that?
Oh God, I'd love to do that.
Promise me you'll come back on the show and we'll get a tub in here. We'll try that.
A tub.
Tub to me is the best place. You get in the tub and you talk.
Oh God, she's so hot. I can't believe I'm talking to you.
Thank you.
I like the scene where Richard Gere's in the tub with her and then the fart bubbles come up.
Oh, stop it.
That was funny. I thought that was a good break.
That's only on the DVD, though.
Right, yeah. I like when the director talks about that.
That's on the director's.
So what are you trying to say? That you feel that she's very beautiful?
Oh my God, I would do anything for her.
Thank
anything.
you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I've been with a lot of women before. And,
Stop bragging on you.
No,
he's trying to be all hot.
Like that, but
Losers like us don't get Julia.
I'm not like some kind of,
What do you do for a living? Are you an actor?
I'm actually a drum teacher.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen.
Drum teacher?
Oh, nice.
Julia Roberts is a drum teacher. This is not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I'm in a band.
I know, you don't want him.
Did you hang up on him?
You know who that was? That was Kiefer Sutherland. Did you recognize him?
He's never
Yes. I got rid of him.
You don't even say goodbye. You just
He was redundant. Well,
You're over.
It's over.
Wow.
It's over.
That's harsh.
Of course. It's unbelievable. Okay, here, let's come on. A couple more phone calls because I'm running out of time here with you. Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Julia.
Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
Very well, thank you.
You're a very attractive woman.
Thank you.
Listen, Julia, I had a question. I had heard that on your last movie, Runaway Bride, that you and Richard weren't really, you were fighting on the set. Was that true?
No.
That is true.
How do you know?
I don't know.
I got out the gloves.
You like Richard Gere?
No, yes, very much. I mean, I've known Richard for 10 years.
And you never made love to him. You never became a lover of yours.
No.
And yet the rumor on you is that you always make love to every one of your leading men.
That makes me one busy girl.
Right. And Richard Gere was never your lover.
No.
What is the rumor, Robin?
The rumor is that they had an affair on Pretty Woman.
No, that was people wanting the movie to be true.
I see.
Are you willing to take a lie detector test?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
I'll take any test.
Right. And what about when those horrible rumors came? Remember that for years they were saying he was with gerbils?
Oh, God.
Remember that? Wasn't that a terrible thing?
Yes.
Right. You never saw gerbils in his trailer?
And absurd.
Absurd. And did that hurt him?
Completely absurd.
Did you ever talk to him about it?
No, because why dignify it with a conversation? Better things to talk about.
Right. You would never bring up the word gerbil in a conversation with Richard Gere, right? Because rumors like that get started and they can ruin
That's all
you.
you'd be able to think of is gerbil.
If I was there, I'd be like, gerbil, I'd be like, Mr. Gerbil. You couldn't bring me anywhere. You'd have to hide me in hotel rooms. You know who was it, Mr. Chow's? Woody Allen. Oh, you worked with Woody Allen.
Wait a minute, out in Los Angeles when you were there?
Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't look at each other.
Wow.
But he hates me and I hate him.
Well, he has good reason, and we have good reason.
He's a brilliant guy and everything, but what he did to Mia, I was surprised you worked with him, just based on that alone.
He's a great filmmaker, and I can only judge somebody by personal experience.
Right.
He was so nice to me. We had such
of course.
a nice time
You're
on
hot.
the movie, and it was fantastic.
Really? A good experience?
A great experience.
Did you kiss him?
Yes.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he writes movies so he can kiss Julia Roberts.
We have a love scene.
Did he try to tongue you?
No, and what was really funny was...
Would you tongue with him? No. He's repulsive physically.
He's not repulsive physically, but it wasn't called for.
But how do you do that in those movies?
But this is what I think is so great about Woody, is, Woody's not the tallest man I've ever met.
No.
And...
Was Suni on the set?
Yeah.
She was.
And
You like her?
She was very nice.
You think she has a big forehead? Let's gossip a little.
I never...
You never even looked?
well, I mean, I just never assessed her that way.
Mm-hmm. Think she looked tired?
Tired?
Yeah.
She looked very sweet, and she was nice. We only had a couple of, moments of chit-chat, but...
what do you chat about with her?
Woody...
Hey, you hate your mom and
you know what? She wouldn't have that conversation.
All right, go ahead. I would. What do you say to her? You aso or something like that? No, what do you... Aso!
So funny!
No, so you're with Woody, and what happened next? He would not French kiss you?
We had a scene where we were meant to kiss, and this just, I think, says a lot about a person and their confidence and their funniness and everything else. We were supposed to kiss, and I was in a dress, and a lot of times I'll wear low-heeled shoes so that I don't sort of tower over somebody.
Right. How tall are you?
5'9". And he let me wear the highest heeled shoes. What are you doing over there?
I'm relaxing.
Oh, my goodness. He let me wear really high-heeled shoes in this scene where we're supposed to kiss, where basically I end up sort of bending over.
Well, maybe you thought that would be funny.
It was so funny.
Could you tell if he was aroused?
It didn't.
Did your knee bonk into anything?
Come on.
No, I'm being serious. I would get aroused. What are you talking about? If I was in a love scene with you, I'd be aroused.
That's what I want to know. Now, she has to do this with total strangers.
Girls are always like, it's very, very unsexy and blah, 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 blah.
But actually, you know what's interesting? In all the movies that I've made, I've had to kiss people, but I'm somehow like the queen of the pre- and post-dissolve. You never actually see me having sex with anybody in a movie.
I have a great part for you, my next movie. I'm making Fart Man. I was out in Hollywood, and we have a couple of studios who want to make it. You'd be perfect in it.
Opening for the craft service girl.
And see, everyone's going to say, oh, Fart Man, I would never be in that. But meanwhile, it's going to be huge, and it's going to be funny.
You have to be like Joel Silver.
Right. Yeah.
Get a band, stash him in another room.
I need to meet with you in a hotel room. Now, if you were in a kissing scene with me, I guarantee you.
You guarantee you what?
I guarantee you that.
So Freudian.
I guarantee you that you would bang into something aroused against your leg if you were in a love scene with me. I'll tell you that. Every girl that did a love scene with me in my movie felt something.
Every girl.
Every girl.
How many love scenes were there?
There was quite a few, actually. But you're telling me that when Woody Allen kissed you, he didn't get aroused. Is that what you're here to say?
I can't speak for him, but I don't think so.
You don't think so?
It was a nice little kiss.
All right.
Do you drink before these scenes?
No.
Okay, because Mira Sorvino said she had to get drunk.
Oh, please. Look who Mira Sorvino kisses. I just saw her in a movie. What the hell was it? Blam, another piece of garbage.
Replacement Killers or something?
No.
That one with the blind guy?
Yeah, with Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't believe any of it. He gets the sight back. He's all upset. What a douchebag. Paul, you're on the air. Julia Roberts, famous actress. Very attracted to me.
Oh, you're saying that. She hasn't said that.
Hello, Julia.
Good morning.
Howard?
Yes.
I want you to ask Julia a question.
Why did you ask her?
Why can't you ask it?
Julia.
Because he has no balls, that's why.
Just watch her face and watch how she reacts.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, remember, Julia, you're an actress. When you were making the movie Flatliners, did you have any sort of relationship or, sexual relationship with Billy Baldwin on the set?
Billy Baldwin?
No.
No.
Not in the trailers?
No.
Is she smiling?
No.
No.
Oh, then she's lying.
What do you mean?
What? Is this Billy Baldwin?
Billy Baldwin.
What?
She's saying she didn't have sex with Billy Baldwin.
Well, what do you expect her to say?
Well, who are you? What do you know?
Well, why wouldn't she admit to that? They're both single.
If you're so filled with knowledge, then why are you asking the question?
Right.
Were you both single at the time?
No, he had a girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, I know.
So how do you know?
You?
How do you know? Were you there?
We know mutual people.
It's just, with all due respect, sir, you're really barking up the wrong tree there.
This is Stephen Baldwin. He would know if his brother had sex with her.
I want to get a plug out from my resume.
All right, thank you. So, in other words, you don't know for sure. Did Billy borrow condoms from you? Is that it?
Howard.
All right, thank you.
I see some things with my own eyes.
All right, thank you.
Oh, they were doing it in public, I suppose.
He knows for sure, but I apparently don't know.
Why would you lie about it? You're very open. Okay, I hung up on you. Unbelievable.
Who was that guy?
That was Billy Baldwin, actually. Looking for some publicity. I don't think he's worked in a while. How many of the Baldwins have you slept with?
None of them.
None of them. All right, so those
but
clear that up.
I know them all, and they're all very nice.
You like all the guys?
Yes.
All right. So you're having an exciting life. I'm going to wrap this up because I can see it's going nowhere.
Now, did you dream of having a life like this? Is this a surprise to you, how your life has turned out?
It's a shock.
It is.
It's a blessed shock, yeah.
You like this?
I love what I do, and to get the opportunity to kind of pick and choose and travel and meet people, and I mean, it's really a great blessing for which I'm...
It wasn't so bad sitting here, was it?
It wasn't.
No, you liked it, as a matter of fact. In fact, it was a lot more fun than you thought you'd have.
It was more fun than I thought I had.
Is today the highlight of your career? I'm serious. In a way, it is, isn't it?
It could be.
Yeah, it could be.
On some level, it is.
Yeah, later when you think about it.
Achieving.
What is it? Let me ask this a regular kind of question. But what is the favorite movie that you like? What is your favorite movie that you've done?
Well, I have two.
All right.
The Pelican Brief.
Really?
Yeah.
Pelican Brief. What about that Mystic Pizza thing you were in? I like that.
I loved Mr. Pizza. Yeah.
I like that better than Pelican Brief.
Well, when
Did you have sex with Denzel Washington on the set of Pelican Brief?
No. And he has the most amazing wife any man could want to have. Not to take away from Allison.
Right, Allison.
Denzel's wife, Pauletta, is truly just...
Pauletta?
Yeah.
What kind of name is Pauletta?
It's
as
real
beautiful
long...
as the person it's attached to.
Really?
She makes Paul a girl's name.
He does cheat on her, though, doesn't he?
No, he does not.
He does not?
No.
He has admitted to having some problems.
Oh. So what does that mean to you? Julia, what does that mean to you? He's admitted to having some problems.
You know what? I've spent time with the two of them, and I think that we should all have such great relationships
Really?
with the two of them. Yeah.
All right, so listen, maybe once in a while a man needs a little strange.
But when I made Pelican Brief, I hadn't worked for a long time because all the scripts I was reading I didn't really like, and so it had been about 2 years. So going back on a movie set after 2 years...
That was fulfilling.
And what's the other one?
Michael Collins.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Thank you.
Was there any karate in that?
No.
I didn't see it.
But a lot of fighting, and you would like it.
Would I like that?
Incredible film. Incredible film.
It sounds too intellectual for me.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'm not that
You would
bright.
like it.
So, anyway...
Well, so...
All right.
Since I'm here now, and it's Monday,
Yes.
May the 3rd,
Right.
then I must say...
Yes.
And since you haven't seen Law and Order...
Right.
Wednesday...
Is Law and Order.
I'm on Law and Order.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh.
And it's their 200th episode.
And what do they pay you for that? You do it for free?
Very exciting episode. I didn't do it for free, but I did donate my salary to a charity.
Oh, aren't you good?
But it was so much fun, and good morning to all the cast and crew of Law and Order if they're listening. The hardest working people I've ever been around in my life.
Are you worth over $100 million? Yes or no?
I would think so.
Yeah, I think you would know. I think you know what you're worth, don't you?
Do you have side businesses? Like a production company?
Will you ever put out panties and stuff?
Panties?
Yeah, like on the internet?
Right.
No.
Will you ever sell your used panties on the internet?
No.
You will not?
No.
Why, you too good for that?
But will you watch the show? Will you watch the show Wednesday?
I'm going to watch it, yes. What time is it on?
10 o'clock.
Well, I'll tape it then because I go to bed.
Okay.
I'm very, very serious about this job.
So Julia
But
Roberts
it's a great show. And it has lots of great twists and turns. And, yeah, it'll be fantastic.
Want to kiss me goodbye?
I'll kiss you on the cheek.
Oh, boy. Well, I don't want that.
You know, all the pretty girls say that.
Yeah, I guess I'm no Lyle Lovett.
Wait a minute.
No, but
I have to ask, what is the
disrespectful to my
perception of Howard out there in the world? Because, you know, people really, they do cringe.
They do.
Yeah, the thought.
You know the perception.
Oh, no, we don't go out.
No, we don't leave the house.
You guys stay in
We
here.
stay inside. We stay in this little cocoon.
I'm always shocked by the reaction.
Probably that you'll just ask a bunch of sex questions or...
Which I did. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but you actually, you approached it with...
Yeah, with dignity.
Yeah, with a certain amount of respect.
I didn't mention the word clitoris or penis in the entire interview. I don't think, except for once, referring to Liam Neeson. He was a lover of yours, right?
Liam was my first real serious boyfriend.
And he is so big.
How do you know?
Because I know, well, I don't even want to say how I know, but I know.
He's a very nice man.
Did you think all guys were like that? You must have been completely ruined for any other boyfriend because...
As we digress, what was I just saying?
That it turned out so nice.
What a trail he blazed. He was your first boyfriend? So he took your virginity.
Howard?
Wait, Julia.
Howard.
This is an amazing story. He took your virginity?
Thank you and good night.
No.
Twice
Come on.
on Saturday. Well, I was just giving you such praise.
You must have walked like...
How dignified. If this is the way that
I'm being dignified.
Let's not end on this note.
You must have walked like a cowboy after him.
Bad place to go.
No.
Hold it. She said she wasn't answering any sex questions.
And
end of it.
Did you walk like a cowboy?
Get out of here.
No, seriously. How old were you when you met Liam Neeson? I can ask you that. I'm being respectful. How old? This is fascinating to me. How is he your first boyfriend? Did you meet on a movie?
Any question?
How do you meet Liam Neeson?
They did a movie. Remember that Justine Bateman movie?
Oh, right. That is the funniest movie.
Yeah. No, here's the funniest thing about that movie.
Yeah.
First of all, so happy to get that job.
Right. Because Justine Bateman is a rock star. Who wants to be a rock star?
And this was her, crossover from Family Ties.
Right.
And I don't know, whatever the amount of time is that movies go through before they end up on TV.
Right.
In that time frame, I had made Mystic Pizza and...
Which is a great movie.
Thank you. And Satisfaction, it was called.
Yes.
When Satisfaction was shown on television,
right,
they had retitled it, and it was now, I think they called it like Summer Girls or something.
Right.
Starring
porno.
Julia Roberts.
Right.
I once had 7th billing.
Right.
And now it was Summer Girls starring
And now it's
Julia
out there all the time.
And I thought, how can they do that?
They do it.
But there they go.
So that's how you met Liam on that movie?
Howard.
Why is this embarrassing?
Because I know you, and you take little baby steps leading down the trail to where you want to go.
I don't want to go anywhere except
I
to
can see
say
your eyes.
No, I'm saying
you think your glasses are black.
No, but
I can see you.
No, but this is not an embarrassing question. I'm being serious now because I'm interested in it. In other words, how old were you on the set of Satisfaction? Were you 16?
No.
17, right? 18?
I didn't graduate from high school till I was 17.
Oh, so
I was a teenager.
So in other words, you had been a virgin until you met Liam Neeson.
What did I just say?
No,
is this not going exactly how I predicted? I know.
No, I don't think that.
No.
We're not going to end on this.
I thought you were worshiping me.
Yeah, I was
you were sending me love.
I find you beautiful. Do you think this is bad, what I'm asking?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. And only because...
Why would you break up? Did you break up with Liam Neeson?
Only because I think that it's
I don't think this is
unfair to talk about someone who's not present to sort of...
Well, that's what I have a surprise for you. He's here right now. I'm going to bring him in.
And we're going to discuss it.
He has a charity he wants to promote.
And...
Right. I would say Liam Neeson was your greatest lover and probably the biggest heartbreak of your life because
what?
Because he has a big penis.
Oh, and I think that this kind of way of talking is a little bit sort of...
Gossipy?
Well, it's just a little...
You're too highbrow. You ought to loosen up.
You need
to loosen up. You're too much into this. Who is this, a friend of yours, the spiritual leader? You need to mellow out.
I'm very mellow.
No, you need a shot of tequila. Bring in tequila. All right, listen, Julia, you're very beautiful. You know that.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. I'm glad that we finally got this together.
Yes.
I think it was for a good cause, this Rett syndrome. Yes. You can call 1-800-818-RETT, R-E-T-T, or visit their website at rettsyndrome.org, Robin.
.org.
Julia's new movie, Notting Hill, co-starring Hugh Grant, opens in a few weeks. And that's a lot of pressure for you?
No.
You don't care?
It's a really great movie.
You don't care?
You should take Allison to go see it. This is a great date movie. Get a babysitter.
I'm past dating. Trust me.
Come on.
No, we're not on the dating stage.
I don't know what stage they're in.
We don't know.
Will you do me a favor? When this is on TV, when this little show that we've done is on TV, can you have the Rett number on the TV screen?
Sure, there's no problem with that.
Would that be okay?
That would make me look like a good guy, sure. Anything that'll make me look good.
Yeah, we need the help right now.
Anything that'll make me look like I'm doing something without actually having to do anything, I'm all for it. Yeah, that's fine.
I think that would be helpful because it would be a constant reminder to people.
And it'll make me look like a good guy. Sure I would.
Excellent.
I'll take full credit for that idea. I'll say I'm running this number because I had a great idea. I want to raise money. I have to get involved with the charity.
No, don't bother.
Really?
Why? Why do you say that?
He's just going to get them into trouble.
All right, I've been informed your security is waiting for you, and you are late. You're late for something. I don't know what.
I have to go to work now.
Where do you work?
Well, today I have to do ADR for Runaway Bride.
What is that ADR? We don't know.
Looping, it's,
Looping, you stand in the studio?
A scene and a train goes by on your line, so you have to go in and say it again and make it fit.
I don't know how to do that. They tried to get me to do it.
You didn't loop?
Oh, I looped. I don't know what happened. It didn't work too good. I said, what do you mean? You want me to pretend? I can't do that.
Wait a minute.
My lips are moving.
It's hard.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
It's hard.
All right, anyway, listen. Congratulations on all your success. Thanks for coming in. The number is 1-800-818-RETT. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Julia Roberts, everybody. We're going to take a break. When we get back, Robin, it's your turn to shine. Julia had her turn.
You've had your turn.
And now you'll have your turn.
How are you shining?
Our news.
Do the news.
Oh, okay.
Too bad you can't be here for it. It's always fun.
Thank you.
All right. And enjoy your last few minutes with Benjamin before you break up with him.
Oh, you're just disgusting.
And before you're on the phone to me.
There's 2 words, crazy jealous.
That's right.
Maybe so.
Right.
I'll get my turn with you. Don't worry. I'll wait my turn. I'm patient. I'm like water on a rock.
That's what I say. Yep. You hit something, you just keep on rolling.
I just keep rolling with it. All right.
Mellow.
Yeah, you certainly are. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to
Turn up the intelligence.
The Howard Stern Show. The Howard Stern Show.
Hi, I'm David Spade. That's right, settle down. And my favorite pickup line is, I can get you in my next movie. Yeah, you're listening to a man who wishes he had my dumb luck. The idiot Howard Stern. Give it up. Y'all ready for this?
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Man, it just got hot in here, huh? It's got to be 100 degrees. Here's a disc jockey. His name is Chuck Roast. And can you imagine that? KFMA, Tucson, Arizona.
Chuck Roast?
Chuck Roast.
Oh.
We got to call him. He's something else, huh? Chuck Roast. Wow. You know how I know that? You know that contest that Baba Booey enters where you get to pick what songs will be hits and what aren't? Baba Booey. Do you know what I mean? Remember that?
Right, I know that contest.
Yeah. So the guy who won was Oedipus at WBCN.
Uh-huh.
Who is, our guy at WBCN. He won. Right. He's the #1 grand prize winner. And he got a Mercedes.
Ooh.
Yeah, a 1999 Mercedes-Benz SLK. Steve Kingston was #2. He got 10 grand.
Wow.
You believe this? And Chuck Roast was #10. He got $1,000.
And some hamburger.
Baba Booey was #14.
What did he get?
Nothing. It's only the top 10 gets.
No, that's not true at all.
Get that Mercedes.
Well, does it say here? Oh, I see. You share a. What do you share?
The next 20 people, some sort of sliding scale, but I got $650.
Oh, you did. All right. Didn't make that clear. He got 6. That's not bad.
And I also did better than Kevin Weatherly.
Yeah, he was #14.
Wow.
Kevin Weatherly is the program director of KROQ in Los Angeles. He's supposed to know so much. Baba Booey beat him.
Baba Booey get help?
Yeah.
Where did Booker come out, though?
18.
Now, how's that?
I don't know.
Booker helped him, and he did better.
I don't know. Well, we certainly have a jam-packed show. It's been a busy day. Why don't we do some news, and then tomorrow I'll tell you about my trip to L.A. Let you know all about that. And hey, I even got the lyrics to No Quarter.
Uh-oh.
Which I want to perform at Woodstock with a supergroup.
Woodstock is in trouble now.
Yeah. Julia Roberts was awfully good-looking. I mean, I was shocked.
She's a movie star.
I know, but I was kind of shocked how good-looking she was. Like classy. Like classy-looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not the usual...
Not the usual broad we get in here. She looked good. I don't understand why she can't talk about Liam Neeson's penis.
Well, I don't think she likes to kiss and tell.
Right. We do. If I was with a guy with a big penis, I would talk about it.
We just don't kiss anybody.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop talking about it.
She was so cute, I was zoning.
I know, you couldn't stay on...
in and out.
Couldn't stay on track.
I was in and out of the interview.
Kind of woozy.
I was kind of woozy. Yeah, Jack, what is it?
Well, Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was Julia. She's very attractive. There's just one piece of how you say plastic surgery that she has overlooked all this time.
What do you mean?
Well, she has this large vein on her forehead, and when she gets excited, when she bends down to like kiss her co-star, or she's reading a book, it pops out, and I just picture it, and that's the one thing that just turns me off. That's
what, a vein in where?
In her forehead.
It's right in the forehead.
I don't know. I was looking at her. I don't see any veins in her forehead.
Well, when she bends,
I hate when girls are all human like that.
Well,
yeah, could she just get rid of that?
Well, yeah, because she's like real skinny, so maybe you could see maybe her skin is so transparent you could see the veins in her forehead, like Mr. Invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wouldn't mind her being invisible here, as long as she's here. But that's the only piece.
Well, she can fix that.
Yes.
Personally, I like to see the veins in a girl's head pop. But that's me. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, there was nothing wrong with her. Trust me. Very delicate. You know, the only thing is, though, I don't know if you could kid around with a chick like that.
Well, you wonder, you know, the sense of humor. Is that,
you know,
she seems very serious.
Yeah, because I would take a girl 2 notches lower than that as long as she's fun. You know what I mean?
Like, do you always have to be, like,
perfect
and right on and have the right issues and causes and all that?
Yeah. I mean, that could get fatiguing. Hey, can we have some fun?
Around,
yeah, can you just put on a hot outfit and let's go out? You know, I mean, does it all have to be about, like, whether I'm taking advantage of you as a woman?
Police.
You know.
Issues.
I like a girl to be wild and carefree like me.
Oh, yeah, I would describe you.
I like, you know, because I'm pretty nutty. Yeah, Brian. Yes, Brian.
Yeah, she may be hot. She may be an actress, but don't you think that she's like the biggest bitch in the world?
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. Just the attitude that she came across with was just, I don't know, just like...
Well, she wasn't like a stripper or something where they talk about stuff.
Yeah, but she's
got a career. But she's got a career going. She's trying to be Julia Roberts.
Yeah, but she kind of had that snobby attitude toward her. She, in her movies and everything, she's like, you know, this perfect person and with this perfect attitude. But in real life, she just seems like so bitchy.
No, I think we're mistaking bitchiness for like she's like I guess when you get a lot of money and stuff, like you get real serious about stuff.
You got a franchise to protect.
Yeah, and you know what it is? You meet with guys all day who tell you better protect the franchise, you better be all serious.
This is who Julia Roberts is, and this is what the public expects.
Yeah, I think they tell you what to say and stuff.
But do you think you could ever date something like that?
Something?
I think I can handle that. You know, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty I'm pretty into her.
Yeah?
I could date her. If my wife would let me.
It stands in the way of everything.
That's the big problem, man.
She never lets me date. But, no, seriously, I could date a chick like that. Because, like, you know, first of all, you like to drag her around places and show her off. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like,
drag
hey.
her around.
Yeah, like,
you want a trophy.
Yeah, exactly. Trot her around and show her to, you know,
Look
guys.
what I got.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.